be funny and told a stupid joke that wasn't funny. Yo, so what's it like being a jihadi in Texas?
Hold on, let me see if I'm live.
Okay, folks, this is a real one. Let's go.
Trying to see. Okay, so looks like you're live, or we're live. Okay. And I guess the audio is okay.
We're live, Daniel, to the whole world. Daniel, what do you have to say about the Charlie Kirk assassination?
Yeah, we'll get to talking about that in a second. I just want to introduce to my audience, I'm here debating Adam King, and we're supposed to be moderated by Tyson Hockley. He's not here yet. So he's going to join the eCam, I suppose, so I can bring up his camera and put it on the moderator spot. So today's debate is going to be about Greater Israel, the Talmud, the Quran, Islam. Sure, we're going to talk about a lot of things.
Jihad in America.
Yeah, Jewish supremacy. We're going to talk about all of that. So let's
the threat of jihad in America. The fact that radical Islam is not compatible with conservative politics.
Yeah, we're going to talk about
the fact that radical Islam doesn't have a place in America.
So how we're going to
that
organize
Ilhan Omar married her brother. That one too. We'll cover that one. In order to falsify citizenship documents.
Okay, so how we're going to organize this so that we don't talk over each other.
I'm really fair. I'm a good host, Daniel. I'll be generous. I'm not a screamer. I'm not a shouter.
Okay, so do we want to set a timer and we get maybe a few minutes each to speak?
How about we wrap the Greater Israel debate up in like 2 minutes? And I'll just say this. Greater Israel is a reality. None of the Muslim nations are strong enough to defeat Israel. Probably most of European nations are not strong enough to defeat Israel. This like constant like need to try to conquer Israel only gets you Muslims killed. It's a really foolish plan. Greater Israel is going to extend most likely to the Druze population in Syria. It'll be over after that. Israel won't expand, at least for like 100 years probably, if anything. And then we will take back the Sinai Peninsula. Other than that, I have nothing to debate because I'm sovereign, and this is what is supposed to happen. It was written.
So you believe that the territory between the Nile and the Euphrates has been promised to Jews, including the Sinai, including parts of Jordan, parts of Syria, parts of Lebanon, maybe all of those countries, parts of northern Saudi Arabia. Those are all promised to Jews, correct? Is that actually your belief?
The blessing of the land between the Nile to the Euphrates was given to Abraham. And that's why the Arabs control the Arabian Peninsula, because they're also descended of him between those rivers. But the lands that I just described, that's called Greater Israel, and it will happen. It's our portion of Abraham's inheritance.
So do you also have the belief that that land should be cleansed, as it's mentioned in the Torah, that those lands should be cleansed of non-Jews?
Like the way they Judified the land from the Hellenists in Hanukkah.
What does that mean?
Look it up, man.
So it's like a genocide, like cleanse the earth?
Why do you guys think that this is a genocide? I know why you think this is a genocide, because you make shit up.
Well, you tell me. I don't
50,000
want to put
people.
words
It's
in
like
your
the
mouth.
most sophisticated country in the world that they can pull off Epstein and 9/11 and USS Liberty and Charlie Kirk and all the bad things that ever happened in America. But like they're really bad at genociding the Palestinians. Yeah, sure. 50,000 deaths in 2 years in the most densely populated urban warfare. 50,000 people die like in a week in Ukraine, and you don't bat an eye. Call it a genocide. Chutzpah.
So tell me, so what word would you use for cleansing the land? You said that, it's
Deportations. Just like how Europe is going to deport all the Muslims there too. And in America, we're going to deport all the radical jihadis. We already started with Pete Hegseth and our glorious president Donald Trump. Some of the work of Charlie Kirk, the American hero, was to remove the threat of Islam from America, and our administration is doing it through deportation. So that's what I would use, that word, deportations. We're going to deport the Palestinians.
but also the Egyptians, right? Because you have Egyptians in the Sinai, you
Well,
have Lebanese in
Palestinians are actually
Syria,
just
you have Syrians in
Egyptians
Syria.
and Jordanians. This idea of a Palestinian is a myth. They're an invented people. They came with Haj Amin al-Hussein and were led by Qadar al-Hussein in the army of the Holy War in 1948 to try to ethnically cleanse the Jews. And they were put down. Every single time these Jordanians and Egyptians, they tried to come and invade Israel, and they settled in the land. And Israel has dealt too kindly with them. Our biggest traitor is Moshe Dayan. After we took back the Temple Mount, which is rightfully ours because God wants his temple there, he, some reason, decided to try to bring you guys back to the land. You guys were gone in 1967, and we will deport you again. Well, you not, because you're not a Palestinian. You're just this Iranian who like pretends to be a Saudi Wahhabist.
So, can I speak now, or is this a
Go for
monologue
it.
from you? All right, so we've established that you believe in greater Israel. You believe that this is promised to the Jewish people and the Jewish people alone. You believe that
What do I believe greater Israel is?
You believe in the land between the Nile and the Euphrates as being
No, that's not what I
Israel.
just said. I just said that the land between the Nile and Euphrates is for Abraham's descendants. The Jews have a portion of that land, and it covers the Sinai Peninsula all the way from the land that is written in the Bible. And now we are taking that piece of land that the Druze are being ethnically genocided in Syria with, and that will be the end.
Okay, so then the non-descendants of Abraham, however you define that, are going to be transported outside of those lands.
I hope. Listen, I don't know how it's going to happen, Daniel. But listen, God is coming back to earth, and this is what God wants, and He's going to find whatever way He's going to do to get there. And I hope it's the most humane way possible. But in the end, I'm on God's team, and I don't really care what you think. I don't really care what you think. I know you think that like Charlie Kirk was like a worthy casualty in this war between the West and Islam. So like, I don't care what you think. Why would I care what you think?
I think that Israel took out their Gentile.
I know you said
good little Gentiles.
This is so stupid. This is like the lowbrow 86 IQ type conspiracy.
I mean, it's
because
a
you have no
possibility.
points and you lost your wars. You lost your wars with a bunch of pagers. We got nukes and space lasers, and we defeated you with pagers.
Okay, how did the Germans defeat?
You should take your humble pill and shut the fuck up.
Did the Germans defeat the Jews at any point? I mean, you say that if the Israelis want to commit genocide against the Palestinians, why are they still alive? Well, if the Germans want to commit a genocide against the Jews, why were there Jews that survived?
Look at this Nazi apologist.
No, I mean, I'm just using your logic. I mean, this is how you deny Palestinian genocide. You say that, oh, well,
why do you love the Palestinians so much? What is it about them that you love so much? Let's talk about their attributes. What do you love so much about the Palestinians? Their history?
Can I speak?
You just said history?
Can I speak? You asked a question, but you don't let me speak.
Answer it.
If you said that if Israelis wanted to genocide the Palestinians, why are there still Palestinians alive? Israel could genocide Palestinians in an instant with space lasers. This is what you said. So I asked you a parallel question. If the Germans had wanted to genocide the Jews in Europe? Why didn't they do it instantly?
That's a retarded
Couldn't they have
question.
couldn't they have done that in the
6
same way?
million deaths to 50,000 deaths. You're acting like an 86 IQ again. Daniel, you pretend to be a scholar because you wear that hat and you went to Harvard, but you probably got on a DEI, one of these Obama like immigrant scholarships to like, you know, diversify the campus and bring jihadism to the school. I'm curious about that too, because you were at Harvard and Harvard was super implicit with Jeffrey Epstein and all that shit. So I wouldn't put it past Harvard to import known jihadists to their university.
So Jeffrey Epstein, do you think that he was a Mossad spy?
Jeffrey Epstein, I think, was a British Crown agent.
Was
and the evidence is overwhelming.
He was Jewish, right?
He worked for the Crown of England. Why does everybody who's Jewish... This is what they say.
You can't admit that he was Jewish?
This is what they say. To you guys, Dave Smith is a good Jew, but Jeffrey Epstein represents all Jews. It's like you're even lower than 86. Your conspiracy theories don't even hold up. They're just like inflated. They depend upon the lowest intelligent people to sustain them.
Did you see Tucker Carlson? Did you see Tucker Carlson talking to Piers Morgan about Jeffrey Epstein and 9/11?
They both joined that lowbrow clickbait, you know, where do we go get our money from kind of crowd.
So
I don't take what they say
low IQ
seriously.
as well. Tucker Carlson.
They go for a low
Morgan.
IQ audience.
I mean, what did you think of what they said? Because Tucker Carlson, for the first time, I think, was coming on a mainstream platform and say that
honestly,
there seems to be a lot
of Tucker Carlson. Tucker Carlson is having Stephanopoulos' sister on a special as if she's important because she's like a Palestinian. Like, this guy is so pathetic. He is being paid off. He is like he's known to, he's taking money from Qatar. His finances are very strange. If you look at the Tucker Carlson network, it's a very strange arrangement that he has with his roommate from college. But you know, the Iranian financier, the what is it, the 1780 something guy, I thought he was a better. I can't believe they kicked him out for Tucker's new partner. Tucker's just gone downhill. Maybe he's chewing too much Zin.
Okay, so let's just be a little bit more ordered. You're like bringing up a lot of issues. So the greater Israel question, you're just unapologetic about it. You think that this is land dedicated to the Jews. This is land that
the land that I described. See, you like this propaganda stuff. You want to like threaten all Arabs by Jewish excellence by saying that the Jews are coming to take your land because it's in Abraham, he was promised this land, and the Arabs, not you because you're not Arab, they were actually given a stake of this land too, between the Nile to the Euphrates. The Jews, we have a land in our own, in that territory. The Jews, we have our own chelek, it's called, a portion, just like other ethnic groups in this region of earth that your bloodline isn't a part of. And this is our land. From the heights of the Golan, it reads it in the Bible. Anything that's written in the Bible is the Jewish land. End of story. Not the part from Abraham, but the part that was given by Moses to the children of Israel. That's greater Israel. You got a problem with it? Fuck off. I don't care.
Yeah, so this is land that is dedicated to Jews. Okay, you're not denying that. You're saying that there's a part. Where in the Bible does it say that a part of this can belong to Arabs?
Where does it say in the Quran that the Palestinians ever existed? Where does it say in the Quran that this land belonged to the Palestinians?
I never made that claim. We're talking
about
I'm
asking you. I'm making the same claim. Your stupid Hitler logic about the Jews and the Gazans. I'm applying the same Kal V'chomer over to you and using your logic against you. You make no sense. How'd you even go to Harvard?
Look, we're talking about your claims. Where is the evidence that there anywhere in Judaism? Cite me the Torah, the Talmud, any rabbi who says that there is a part of greater Israel that God has given to Arabs.
You'll believe the Talmud
as descendants of Abraham.
This part of the Talmud.
Show me evidence. Show me evidence.
So this debate is now turning into a Talmud study. You're going to be my chavruta. Welcome to yeshiva.
Actually, yeah. Actually, I want to.
jihadi
You're
to ever
making
come to
claims.
yeshiva.
You're
Look at
making
him,
claims.
guys.
You're making claims
Squirming.
about your religion, but you can't give me any evidence. For
I
that.
gave
You're
you the
making stuff
claim.
up.
I don't
This
even
is a
need to
lie.
go to the Talmud for it. I go straight to the Bible. Let me
Where?
tell you,
Where does
Daniel,
the
there's
Bible
this
say
thing in the
Arabs?
Bible. There's
Does
a
this-
thing in the Bible called
belief-
deoraita. In the Bible, things that are deoraita means that they are written in the actual Bible. Now, there are things that are written in the now there's an order of importance of what was written. And deoraita in the 5 books of Moses. Deoraita means the whole Tanakh, but the 5 books of Moses. That's like the highest of the high. It's written on a scroll. It's preserved in this very ancient, holy way. That is where it is written in deoraita. Ishmael was given land. The descendants of Esav were given land. Even their kings were named off. Their original tribal bloodlines were named off in the territories that they went to. Man, you don't even read the Bible. You're so ignorant.
Where does it say in the Bible, in any part of the Bible, the Tanakh, anywhere, that Arabs have been inherited any land of Greater Israel? And why do all the Jews wear
the Arabs are not going to inherit any land of Greater Israel? The Arabs have their own land. It's called Arabia. You're just a propagandist. You're like a paid propagandist.
Outside, so between the Nile and the Euphrates,
you know what?
Between the Nile and the Euphrates,
tell you, Saudis
that is
should be aware
Jewish
of you.
promised
Sunnis
land.
should be aware of you.
You just interrupt. You can't handle. You can't handle my questions.
I can handle your question. They're just so low.
Then let me speak.
They're like
then let
made
me speak.
for. They're
Let
like
me
made
speak.
for
See,
people whose
you claim
IQs are like 71 now.
Listen to your grift. You pretend to be so
My
nice prior to the debate. Oh,
I was nice to you until you made that comment about Charlie Kirk. You piece of shit schmuck.
Shut up. Listen.
Schmuck. Fuck you.
Shut up.
Fuck you. You want to know what? I wanted to come here and I wanted to make peace with you. I did. I really wanted to make peace with you. But you and your Palestinian sympathizers had to march through the streets and dance in his blood.
Yeah, no one did this. I didn't celebrate.
Oh, it's everywhere. Go on the internet. You've ever been on X? It's everywhere.
Did I do that? Did I celebrate him being killed?
Yeah, you did. With this lowbrow post you made $2 million. Bibi Netanyahu did this. Let me tell you something. Bibi Netanyahu and Charlie Kirk were very close friends.
You talked enough. I'm good. If you can't handle me speaking, then this is not a debate. This is just your monologue. You've insulted me. You've told me F you. You're rude and disgusting. Let me put 2 words in.
To you, I am. But to everyone else, I've never been.
Can I speak?
Go for it.
Can I speak? I condemned extrajudicial killing. I didn't celebrate the death of Charlie Kirk. These are lies that you're just attributing to me. People can go on my Twitter and see my record. Now, you pretended to be nice. You pretended to want to have a civil debate and conversation. I don't know why we can't have that. I want to have a civil discussion where you speak and I hear your point of view. I try to understand what you're saying and I learn something. That's my intention here. And then I am able to also respond and give 2 words in without you insulting me, calling me a low IQ monkey or whatever. That'd be nice. That'd be nice. I expected more from this. So can we just restart and have a civil discussion where we engage in a respectful dialogue?
If the online sphere was, it's not a yes or no question. And
so no, you can't have a respectful discussion.
You know who makes people say yes or no questions? Girls when they're arguing with you. I'm going to answer your question. I'll do it in a short amount of time so you can respond. Okay. In the beginning, I really wanted to come to this debate in peace. But then your lowbrow comment about this was I bet it was done by Bibi Netanyahu. Like, this just disgusts me because you think that like that is civil behavior, but you expect me to come to this debate and treat you civilly. But like your post gets 2 million views. It goes super viral and everybody who hates Jews clicks onto it. And meanwhile, I get death threats and people say, I bet Awesome Jew had to do this with this. Charlie Kirk was my friend. And you want to know something? Who was even closer friends with Charlie Kirk? Bibi Netanyahu. And you know who was even closer than Bibi Netanyahu? All the Jewish people in the world. We're a nation in mourning today. I didn't even almost come to this debate because I can't even. This is the most emotional I've ever been. And, you know, I'm not trying to make this a contentious debate with you, but like your public persona is so contentious and you expect me to come in here like a polite. That's what you lefties and jihadis want. You want us people on the right to just be so polite and so civilized while you act non-civilized.
you joke about Palestinian children starving. You joke about
When did I joke
Palestinians
about that?
dying. It's
When did I
all in your
joke
Twitter
about that?
feed. It's all
I
anyone
speak
can go
about
to
all the
your
time
Twitter.
the amount of how
Yeah, so you joke
human suffering is horrible.
again. You interrupt.
But you know what's
Can I
even more
speak?
horrible?
Can I speak? Can I speak?
Go for it, and then I'll tell you what's more
Can
horrible.
I speak? Yeah, you have this mourning supposedly for one death. What about the thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands who have been killed by the IDF? Do you have a single tear to shed about the Palestinians? No. So you mock that,
Who
you
the
make light
fuck
of
is
that,
this
you
guy?
deny this, so that I'm supposed to be sympathetic to your pain, supposedly.
Of Charlie Kirk.
Second of all, your
Because the
Talmud
IDF,
says
the number keeps
your Talmud-
rising. Thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds
your
of thousands.
Talmud-
Why should I be sympathetic to Charlie Kirk as
your
he lives
Talmud-
in America?
Your Talmud says, kill the best of Gentiles.
Oh, my Talmud. No, it doesn't. Point
Kill
that out.
the best of Gentiles.
It
Smash
doesn't.
the head
You're a
of the
liar,
best of
man.
snakes.
You are a lying sack of
Kiddushin-
shit. You don't even know the
of the
Talmud. Do you know
Jerusalem
how many
Talmud.
times I've gone on this
Should we
show?
bring it on the? Should we bring it on the stream?
On this show.
Okay, we're gonna show it on the screen
On
because you're
this
calling me a
show.
liar.
On this show, do you know how many times I have done the Talmud debate? Look, I'm going to show it to you right now.
I don't watch your show. Sorry, I don't watch your show.
Ban.video. If you go to ban.video,
yeah, so
you could
explain.
see my entire debunking of whatever argument he's going to make. I'm not going to waste an hour and a half talking about the Talmud to this fucking retard.
Your book says kill the best.
Where did you learn Talmud? In Harvard?
Charlie Kirk.
Is that where you learned Talmud?
Yeah,
in
Harvard University. What college did you?
Yeah.
What community college did you go to?
Community college.
Kill the best of Gentiles. Charlie Kirk was a very good Gentile according to Israel.
Look at you.
According to you.
His blood is still warm in his veins. He hasn't even been buried, and you're trying to use this tragedy to your own advantage.
Everyone
you're
can go
disgusting.
and check Safaria.org.
You're disgusting. You're a shit human.
So
people,
the whole point of this debate,
sit there
and
are trying to use Charlie's death to further your political advantage while people are mourning.
Crocodile tears.
Carroll didn't even wait only a couple hours before
Crocodile
he's like,
tears.
I figured it out. It was Israel. Fucking retards, man. Who pays
Crocodile
you?
Tears. Go
Crocodile
to
tears.
Safaria.
Yeah, America's crying crocodile tears for Charlie Kirk. Totally.
Right. So I can mute you on my stream. Everyone can go to Safaria.org and read Kiddushin 4:11 from the Jerusalem Talmud. Kill the best of Gentiles, smash the head of the best of snakes. This is a belief that has been alive and well in rabbinic Judaism. So Charlie Kirk was one of the best of the Gentiles because he was an Israeli shill, shilling directly for Netanyahu, and you can kill him. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know if Israel was involved with the assassination of Charlie Kirk, but if that's the case, we'll find out. It'll come out eventually.
Pete Hegseth, here is the guy right here. This is the guy that needs to be deported, Pete. This guy. He is in a debate with me, and he tries to mute me to mobilize his jihadi army to somehow make some moral equivalence that, like, I'm somehow going to kill Charlie Kirk, my friend. Charlie Kirk is beloved in Israel. He walks through the streets, and people will want to kiss his hand. You're such a liar, charlatan, paid agitator. That's what you are. And it's a shame, too. And you know what? I wish Tyson were here because you guys are going after him. He's 17 years old. You guys are just trying to infect America with your evil spirit.
Okay,
sad.
Well, we don't have... Okay, you're muted again since you're not letting me speak. So there's no verse in the Quran, there's no teaching in Islam to kill the best of non-Muslims. But this is found in Judaism. It's found in their most sacred book. It's shocking. So the fact that Israel brags about being the most capable in assassinating its political opponents and targets around the world. They brag about this. And according to Jewish law, according to the strictest rabbinic Jewish law, it is justified to kill the best of Gentiles. This is directly coming from the Talmud. And we see this in the way that Israeli intelligence actually operates throughout the world. So this is
Parsha alone in the Talmud. 3 hours with Hayden McDougall, who just did that whole thing with Myron Gaines. Like, you don't pay attention to the debunk. You just stick to the lie. And this has been debunked so much. I can make a career just for saying this story over and over and over and over and over.
Your
Jesus
religion
is boiling
says
in excrement. Oh, the Talmud says
what
this.
about that?
Oh, the synagogue of Satan. You guys are fucking retards. You know what? The only reason why you guys are even remotely successful is because the education system in our country has gone to shit, and it feeds you young, innocent minds who just want to be warped by your false ideology, by your untruth. The Talmud doesn't say that. We can learn the Talmud if you want. If you want to turn this into a Talmud debate, but I'd rather turn it into a debate about the differences between the Quran and the Talmud. Because this guy wants to sit here and say, like, the Talmud says this, the Talmud says that. Meanwhile, Muhammad, his prophet, is literally the only prophet of any major religion that goes on a killing spree, rapes women, has a child bride, 8 years old, and he wants to LARP about the Talmud? Hey, you got to be fucking kidding me.
Hey, did your rabbi suck your penis after circumcising you?
Look at you. You little Mafitz I bet you sit there and wish you had Mafitz because that's why you think about it all the time. No. You're like, did he have
yes or no?
No, I didn't have Mafitz.
Why not?
And because it's not my custom, dude. But isn't it weird?
Look at your cheeks.
Look at your cheeks. Your cheeks are like so rosy red.
Okay.
You're like,
it's okay for Jews.
Mafitz. Woo! Do you suck a baby penis? You're such a fucking low level. You literally, I am going to call my friends at the DOJ. I am not fucking playing with you. And you are going to get the fuck investigated. Because how did you, so unintellectual, score such a seat like Harvard, and then now you're just like this propagandist agitator on the internet that tries to stoke jihad in America? It's disgusting. On the day after Charlie, on 9/11, on 9/11.
Okay, you're muted again. You're muted again.
Powerful. They're like godly forces. These supernatural Jews. They did every evil thing that ever happened. There's no such thing as an evil goy in the world. Just evil Jews. Man, you're pathetic.
Is your crash
ignorant? It's so ignorant.
Is your crash out over?
You think this is a crash out? You think this is I'm crashing out right now? That's your only defense to walking into this lion's den, is that I'm crashing out. That's what you think.
You're doing a great job. Go ahead and threaten me with more investigation. With, I mean,
you're going to be
investigated. I don't believe the Jews control the world.
Let me tell you what's going to come down. Let me tell you what's going to come down from the Trump administration. Let's get it real and get it straight. Everything that Charlie wanted to see happen in America is about to get expedited. So I don't care if you think this is a crash out. You're not going to be here that much longer.
Oh, Charlie wanted to get rid of American citizens who aren't
Charlie wanted to
Jewish.
Get rid of jihad and the threat of radical Islam in this country.
Can we talk about that? Can we talk about Judaism versus Islam? Because whenever I say anything,
Judaism is a peaceful religion. Jews have never raised or done terrorism in host nations.
I just mentioned one doctrine, one Jewish doctrine, and then you crash out for 5 minutes talking about
You're literally poking fun of my dead friend the day after he was shot on national television. Trying to give a Talmud example for why the Jews probably killed Charlie Kirk, because it says it in the Talmud. You fucking. I want to say things about you that would be insulting to other groups that I degrade. So I'm not going to degrade those lower groups because I don't want to degrade them to the level that you should be degraded.
I mean, you're a disgusting Jewish supremacist. Like
you want to know what the difference is between you and me?
Let me talk. Okay, I just mentioned one Jewish. You go on a rant against the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. You go on a rant against Islam.
You went on a rant against the Talmud and expect me not to go back at your religion? What do you think?
What is a rant?
Going to be some lame Jew in the dirt and take it? Who the fuck do you think I am?
Oh wow, you know the F word. You're such a mature. You're like a 6th grader who just learned the F word. You keep dropping the F bomb. Great job.
You want to know something? Your Palestinians are doing a really good job proving that the land is theirs. They are, and you guys are doing a really good job supporting them. Really, truly, with your fake media propaganda, with your Goebbels machine propaganda, Genocide, 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 genocide. Literally, you are the strangest bedfellows. Greta Thunberg
Jew is
will be with
complaining
the
about
Islamic
crying
jihadis,
genocide.
will be with the trans for life, will be with the Nazis on the ultra conservative based Christian Nazis when it comes to Israel. But the base Christian Nazis, you lost them over Charlie Kirk.
You're muted again. So this Jewish supremacist is whining about Palestinian genocide, and he won't let me speak about anything about his religion. This is pure haspara and bullying tactics. I'm just trying to talk about Judaism versus Islam in a very respectful way. Talk about the Talmud. Yeah, let's talk about the Quran. Let's talk about Hadith. But he can't allow that to happen. He just has to spurg out, crash out to talk about me being investigated, wanting to report me to his friends in the government. He claims that he has all of this power to get the United States government and the DOJ to investigate whoever he wants. I mean, this seems to be an anti-Semitic trope that Jews have that kind of influence over the government. I disavow tropes like that, but he's perpetuating this. This is quite anti-Semitic. I find it very unseemly. So why can't we have a nice discussion about Judaism versus Islam? Let's talk about mitzvah bipah and the oral suction after circumcision that Judaism prescribes. Like, he doesn't he says he personally hasn't had it. I'm not sure about that, but he clearly is fine with it. He never clarified. He just crashed out. So why can't we have a nice organized debate? And, you know, he has like 10 viewers on his whatever channel, so I'll just mute him if he won't let me speak.
And these people don't even have a choice in what's going to happen.
Okay, so here, you want to speak?
They actually think that anything that they say matters and is going to get in your way and stop your plan. God, I don't know why they're so foolish.
I don't know what this bit is. Who are you supposed to be talking to?
Run into fire and say that we attacked them. They will run into the line of fire. They will throw their children into the line of fire and say, oh, another child has died. Whoa, the West, send us money. Hashem, why do you make us tolerate them any longer? Ad matai.
He thinks he's speaking to God. Okay.
I show up to all these debates with such good faith. You know, I just can't today. After Charlie, after their smug attitude, you know, like, we tolerate them for everything. We
have to get rid of them.
Her brother.
We will do your command to wipe them off the face of the earth. So right, God? Is that what you're saying?
With everything that they can, knowing that we have nuclear missiles that you gave us, knowing that we have space lasers
we stole from the U.S.,
knowing
that we stole from the United States
that nobody else even knows about, and we defeat them with pagers.
Terrorism that we conduct using pagers to kill women and children, just as you commanded.
The fire more. Like, would we invade North Korea? No. Why? Because they have nukes, and they would nuke Japan, and Japan wouldn't exist anymore. But the same logic doesn't apply to Israel for some reason, God. I don't understand. They just want us to use nukes. Instead, we use pagers. We defeated all their armies in like 2 weeks. Iran is gone. Syria.
Daddy U.S. helping. Daddy U.S. has to come save you.
These are gone. All this took place literally in like weeks, and they insist that they're about to make a comeback. We didn't even use
U.S. helped you a lot. Huh?
We didn't even use our B-rate technology. So look, I'm going to go back to this debate. I love you. I'm here because of you and you alone. I get it that this is live, but I'm dealing with a lunatic, so I got to deal accordingly. I'll give you a call after the show. I love you, Hashem. Bye.
What would you think about Muslims boasting about defeating Jews? What would you say if Muslims boasted about defeating Jews for 1,200 years? Would you like that if Muslims started boasting about how we kept Jews under the boot? Yeah, is that like appropriate? Like, literally, you accept that? You accept that logic of might makes right? So Muslims
1,600 years you've been paying your dhimmi tax. 1,600 years.
Yeah,
and so then we want to become
you
free.
It's actually
every single
1,200 years, 1,300 years.
48. Where are your Jews? You're from Iran. You're from, and now you want to be from Saudi Arabia. Why do you think it got the name Jeddah? Why do you think, how did the city get the name Jeddah from Judah? Where were the Jews? They were in Medina. Muhammad killed the Jews of Medina. Where are your Jews?
Might makes right. Might makes right, according to your logic, right?
And he wants to LARP on the Palestinians. You
Might makes
literally
right.
would love it if unarmed people would run into fire and get killed so that you can have more media fodder for your political propaganda machine.
Is that what the Holocaust was about? Like, is that what
Hmm.
these museums are about? Like,
Have you gone to a Holocaust museum?
no, I mean, is that what you're
No?
talking about? Genocide propaganda.
Have you gone to a
atrocity
Holocaust
propaganda.
museum?
Is that something that you know anything about?
Have you gone to a Holocaust museum?
No, I don't think I have. No.
Yeah, shame.
Should I? Should I?
Have you gone to a Nakba museum?
No.
So you just like to throw these things around colloquially in your debates.
I mean, you're accusing me of
Insulting
atrocity propaganda,
insulting the
genocide
deficit
propaganda.
feeling-
I'm just pointing out that this is something that you're very
insulting the
familiar
deficit
with. Your
feeling-
people are very familiar with, is it not?
likening the situation in Gaza to a genocide of the Holocaust, and thinking that you can actually make the stretch properly. That 50,000 deaths in an open war that they started.
400,000. 400,000 and the rest
400,000
1.6 million being starved to
Palestine?
death.
You're saying
1.6 million being
400,000
starved to death.
Palestinians have died?
According to the
Is that what
Lancet,
you're saying?
according to the Lancet, peer-reviewed scientific journal.
Oh my God! Even Hamas's numbers, even
Hamas runs the Lancet. Hamas runs the Lancet.
God.
Is that your
the
claim?
UN, every agency? We're like debating 44,000. They're like
400,000.
They can't even make the claim for 44,000, and they're like, it's all women and children, as if Hamas didn't exist.
There's a lot more of evidence of 400,000 than
You know who I
happened
feel really sad for?
80 years ago.
I feel really sad for the poor Gazan who really doesn't want to be ruled by Hamas at all. They want some peaceful life, and literally they're just cannon fodder to this bloodthirsty, jihadi death cult.
They can't have a peaceful life because you said they have to be forcefully transferred out of the land that was promised to you by God 3,000 years ago.
Have you been to Gaza?
How can Palestinians have a peaceful life when your belief in Judaism is that they have to be forcefully moved from the land? That's what you just said.
Have you been to Gaza?
No, I haven't.
I have. And to answer your question, I think when we deport them, there's like so much land in eastern Syria that's like completely scarce, uninhabited, on the Euphrates. We could give them money. We can help them build a giant, beautiful nation. We can make peace. Everybody will join the Abraham Accords. They'll have way more than they ever had in Gaza.
You're doing a good Douglas Murray impression.
Like people who extended their visas in America.
So what does it matter that I've never been to Gaza? I'm not allowed to go. I'm not allowed to go to Gaza. I'm not allowed to go to Israel.
I'm sure you are. But I actually lived in Gaza. I did.
Yeah, so
I was expelled from my house in 2005 by Ariel Sharon, the traitor, who did the bidding of his American overlords. Condoleezza Rice at the time was Secretary of State. George Bush was the president, and they forced his hand. They forced him to give away these because George Bush needed his roadmap for peace to work. So they forced the Israeli government to arrest all of us inhabitants, 10,000 people who lived in the Gaza Strip, and they gave the land to the Palestinians with all sorts of businesses attached to them. 12% of Israel's exports in agriculture came from Gush Katif. And immediately after, they started launching rockets on our towns from our grave sites on their cameras to show us what they want from us. They literally turned. We literally had
there
to come
before
in
you
there.
guys moved
Israeli government had to come in there, and they removed the cemeteries.
Who did your family remove to move into Gaza?
What's that?
Who did your family have to remove to move into Gaza?
In
the one generation back.
I'm going to explain to you. In the 1967 war, Israel took all. When they say the 1967 pre-1967 borders, what it really means is the 1948 borders, because in 1967 all these Arab nations attacked Israel at once, and Israel won. We took the Sinai Peninsula, we had all the Gaza Strip, we had everything. We won this land through war, and at the time it was scarcely inhabited. A lot of Arabs condensed into Gaza after that, and the economy boomed, and a lot of them had jobs. And the most peaceful time that it's ever been in Israel was when Israel had cities in the Gaza Strip. That is the most peaceful time of the most coexistence that Arabs and Jews have ever had in the land of Israel. And the biggest problem.
What year is that? What year was that?
2005. And the biggest problems have happened since the Gaza disengagement. All the wars, 3 wars have happened since the Gaza disengagement. Over 10,000 missiles have been shot into Israel. Unprovoked missiles, 12-foot fucking bombs, dude, the size of huge trucks.
Yeah, I mean, people get upset
Lots
when you
of people died.
conduct a Nakba and you massacre
And you
villages
know, they got
and you
billions
drive
and
700,000
West.
700,000 Arabs. You drive them from their villages using terrorism. Yeah, people get upset about that. They try to defend themselves. They try to fight back.
The Palestinians
They try to fight back.
The case of the West. They have had so much money, tens of billions of dollars pour in from the West and from the
as
Arabs,
opposed to trillions given to Israel.
And from
trillions
Saudi
given
Arabia,
to Israel.
from all these places. Listen to me.
Nukes
And
being
instead of even
stolen
building a
from the
trash
United
collection
States.
agency for their people, they built their tunnel system. And they bought weapons. And they brought Iran in. And they brought the weapons from Iran. They had tens of billions of dollars in donations, dude. They could have built anything. They could have built skyscrapers, amusement parks, businesses.
With 10 billion,
10 billion.
$10 billion.
Instead, they built a war machine. They built a war machine
to
go against one of the top 5 militaries in the whole world.
Israel literally stole nuclear technology from the United States. Israel literally gets billions of dollars a year, $3 billion a year. Plus,
what I'm saying?
See, you can't let me speak. You can't let me speak. You know that you're just spewing lies, except now you're talking to someone who knows that you're lying and can call you out.
So as soon as I debunk,
as soon as I debunk your lies, you have to talk over me. This is your strategy. So I'll mute you. I'll mute you if you can't let me speak.
Oh, your mute button.
Okay, so everything that you just said about the Palestinians fighting back, yeah, they're going to fight back when you have this alien force coming in and stealing your land through terrorism that was invented. Middle East terrorism was invented by the Zionists. And you have, and this whole idea that Jews wanted to live in peace with the Arabs, this is proven to be false by the statements of Ben Gurion himself. The founder of Israel and the first prime minister was very clear that his purpose, his intention is to establish a Jewish state that will extend into Lebanon, into Syria, into Sinai. That was always his intention, according to statements he made in the 1930s. I can read you that. He says, for example, in 1938, I support compulsory transfer. I do not see in it anything immoral. Talking about the compulsory transfer of Arabs.
Yeah, deportations, just like what I said.
Ethnic cleansing, exactly. Yeah,
no, deportations. Just like
forceful deportation is ethnic cleansing. Forceful deportation is ethnic cleansing, you idiot.
How amazing when America
here's the second
rub it in their faces.
Listen to this. So Ben Gurion said in 1937, erect the Jewish state at once, even if it's not on the whole land. The rest will come in the course of time. It must come.
Amen, brother Ben Gurion.
1937, the boundaries of Zionist aspirations are the concern of the Jewish people, and no external factor will be able to limit them. No external factor.
It's true.
1938, the boundaries.
God has willed it so. Keep going. I love this game.
The boundaries of Zionist aspiration include southern Lebanon, southern Syria, today's Jordan, all of Cisjordan, meaning the West Bank,
pretty good,
and the Sinai.
We're pretty good right now, except for the Sinai. The Sinai's coming back, and it'll probably happen after the Ben Gurion Canal Project. It's essential, too, because the Ben Gurion Canal Project is what Europe needs in order to stop its stranglehold from the Muslims. And it's because Egypt is always controlling transport and shipment of goods through the Suez Canal. And, it's called projection of soft power. Basically, what they do is they'll shut the lanes down. For there was a shipping accident. So what happens? We need another route. And the Ben Gurion Canal Project has 2 lanes instead of 1 lane, whereas the Suez Canal is only 1 lane. And this will help Europe not starve for goods from the East that the Muslims are controlling. That's why the Ben Gurion Canal Project must happen to save Europe.
God promised the Suez Canal to Jews 3,000 years ago. We know that. 1948, Ben Gurion said, "We should prepare to go over to the offensive. Our aim is to smash Lebanon, Transjordan, and Syria. The weak point is Lebanon, for the Muslim regime is artificial and easy for us to undermine. We shall establish a Christian state there, and then we'll smash the Arab Legion, eliminate Transjordan, Syria will fall
the
to
Jews
us."
wanted to make a Christian state in Lebanon. Folks, look what he just said. The jihadi just said that the Jews wanted to establish a Christian state in Lebanon. What we are doing right now, we are doing this right now. By defeating Hezbollah, we are secretly making a Christian state in Lebanon for all these Lebanese. What he just said is coming true right now. Keep going.
No, this is exactly the Yunon plan. This is the plan to divide and conquer. You empower a minority to destroy the majority. This is what Israel has done with all its Arab neighbors.
Keep going on the game. I want to hear the time frame. Keep going.
So
get to the part where we actually win the land. I'm excited. This is like a movie.
Every school child knows that there is no such thing in history as a final arrangement, not with regard to the regime, not with regard to borders, and not with regard to international agreements. So, I mean, this.
Yeah, and that is why America will probably take Greenland for the sake of Charlie Kirk.
So you see that Israel was founded on this belief in Greater Israel and forcefully dispossessing people, Arabs who are living on that land, forcefully transferring them, and if they refuse to kill them, massacre them. And so this idea, this Hasbara, Jewish Hasbara, that we only fought
like
against
Spanish conquistador.
When we fight the Arabs, it's because the Arabs are violent and the Arabs are intolerant, and we just want to live Jews and Arabs together in peace. That's what we want. That's what we want.
Yeah, because
actually, the founder of your state, the founder of your state is saying that we're going to establish Greater Israel and forcefully transfer, ethnically cleanse the land.
Israel is. So if you are a Muslim and you don't want to live in Israel and respect our laws, and the real laws of war is in Deuteronomy, Shoftim, the book of Shoftim. It says, before you go to war with the city, you must first call out to it in peace. If you call out to it in peace and they don't respond to you in peace, you conquer them. If this is war, we're not here playing games. We're not here playing games with our children and our futures. This is our land. This is our land that God said is our land. That billions of people worldwide who believe in this book say it's our land. This book says it's our land. Nowhere in this book does it say it's the Palestinians' land. But this guy, he wants you to believe that it is. Nowhere in the Quran does it even mention the Palestinians. It calls it the land of Bnei Yisrael, the Bnei Yisrael. It even mentions the Jews in the Quran. It doesn't mention the Palestinians, this LARPing guy, man, with his stories.
So what you cited from Deuteronomy, chapter 20, verses 10 through 15, that's regarding permitted wars. Milchemet Reshut. These are voluntary wars. That doesn't apply. That doesn't apply.
Women,
see, you can't let me finish. You can't let me finish. You can't let me finish and respond to your lies. Let me actually respond to what you said. I don't interrupt you. I don't interrupt you. I give you the respect not to interrupt you, but you can't let me respond to your statements. So what you described are permitted wars. Milchemet Reshut. They're voluntary. They don't apply, if you read the entire passage in Deuteronomy, they don't apply to the lands of Israel, which God has given to the Jews.
Actually, they were written
Milchemet Mitzvah are the obligatory wars which require wiping the land clean of all non-Jews. This is Milchemet Mitzvah.
Can I respond? I'll be quick. Asking you permission. Permission, Rabbi, to respond to the rabbi and his drasha. These laws were given by Moses to the Bnei Yisrael when we were pulled out of Egypt, going into our land. We didn't get these laws when we had our land. We got these laws as laws to prepare us for going into our land and the original conquest of the land. And these laws apply to the land of Israel, Rabbi. So you're wrong. The Bible
That's what I
doesn't
said.
say what you say. The Bible, I just proved to you, says this. These laws, Milchemet, Rishut, these are for the laws of Israel. And the last time I checked, the Gaza Strip is in the Bible as a part of the land of Israel.
The
So
verse that you cited mentions lands far away from Israel. So how can they be applicable to Israel itself?
talking about
Did you not read the? Go ahead and read the passage again. Give us the passage
He gave
that
the
you
law.
read from Deuteronomy. Read it. Go ahead and read it.
You want me to read it?
Yeah, I do.
So while I pull this up, Daniel, I just want to ask you. So these laws were given right before the Jews went in to take the land of Israel in the Bible. And you mean to tell me that these laws are for wars that Israel commits after we took the land?
Yep.
That's
And
what you're saying?
these
Have
are
nothing to
laws.
do.
These are laws that are distant from
So
Israel.
you're saying when it comes to
not actually
land,
Israel.
Rabbi, hold on. Let me just understand your psak. When you're saying that when it comes to our land, we don't even have to call out to it in peace? Is that what you're saying?
No, when it comes to your land, you have to wipe out all the non-Israelites. That's the command within the Torah. And this is something that's reiterated by
that we're supposed to wipe out
Maimonides,
entirely.
Joseph Caro, and the
The
Shulchan
only
Aruch.
race,
This is
the only
something
blood feud that we're in is
you don't know your own Torah. That's the problem.
that's funny. Thank you for teaching me Talmud, Rebbe.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm here to educate you. So you can't
Yeah.
even read the. Can you find the passage? Can you even find the passage that you quoted? It's in
Are you
Deuteronomy.
serious right now?
It's taking
you
you like
serious?
10 minutes to find a simple passage.
Does it give you a benefit insulting the Torah scholars? Do you know what Jesus says about insulting Torah
I'm your
scholars?
Torah scholar. I'm your Torah scholar. That's what you just said.
Do you know what
Show
it
some
says?
respect.
Do you
Read
know
the
what Jesus
passage. You're a
says
bad student.
about-
You're a bad student. Read the passage. Can you read? Are you illiterate? Read the passage fully.
I will. I will. Tikirav el ir lilachem aleya. When you go to a city to wage war against it, Vikarata aleya l'shalom. First, you have to call out to it in peace. I don't want to show you my eyes, you sick bastard.
Is that something that...
Vaya'im shalom, and if they give you peace, ta'ancha ufatcha lach vaya kol hayam hanimsa. Hold on, I need real glasses for this shit. Vaya kol hayam hanimsa va. And if they offer you peace, then the people who are in the city are to you as a tribute. They're yours. Vehu lecha lamas leavadecha. You can charge for them a fee, and they can work for you. Should I keep going? Because that's the verse.
Keep going.
V'im lo tishlim imach. And if they don't give you peace, v'asta imcha milchama. You should give them war. V'tzarta aleya.
No, keep going.
You shall take it
go
over
to verse 15.
the city. Go to verse what?
Keep going all the way till you finish verse 15.
I will. Untana Adonai Elohecha biyadcha v'hikita et kol zechura lefi harav. Hashem shall deliver it into your hand, and you shall make sure to kill all the males by the sword. Rak hanashim v'atef, the women and the small children. V'habehema, and their livestock. V'chol asher ha'aya bechol asher yeh ba'ir, and everything that is in the city, kol shlal tazov lach. V'achalta et shlal oivecha asher natan Adonai Elohecha lach. The women, the small children, and the animals in the city, you spare their lives, and all the livestock will become your booty. You could take anything in the city you want for yourselves. You shall eat and become rich. And Hashem gave this to you.
And then next verse, and that's it.
And then the next verse, 15. Kain ta'aseh l'chol ha'arim, harkot mimcha me'od asher lo ma'arei hagoyim ha'ele haner. And so you shall also do to the cities that are distant from you. And they're not the cities of these nations. So you're right. You're right. We shouldn't be offering peace to the Palestinians. You're absolutely right. Thank you. Thank you, Rabbi. There's going to be no peace with the Palestinians. You just told me. You just educated me on my own Torah. Thank you so much, Rabbi. I'm so grateful for you. I don't have to call out to them in peace. Jews, we don't have to make peace with the Palestinians.
No, but this applies to the whole world, first of all. Okay, so let's make some distinctions.
Applies to any nation, any city we go to war with.
Any nation far from you. Okay, so there's the world is divided according to Deuteronomy.
We have to call out to it in peace.
Yeah, and if they refuse to submit to you taking over, then you enslave them. You kill all the men and the women, and you save the virgins. That's the passages that you just read. And everyone else who survives is a slave. This entitles the Jewish nation to conquer the entire world. You can conquer China, you can conquer Japan, you can conquer Brazil, all of South America, all of Africa, all of Asia, all of Europe, because these are lands distant from Israel. Within Israel itself, then these are obligatory wars. And this is described also in Deuteronomy when we go to chapter 25, verse 19. Therefore, when the Lord your God has given you rest from all your surrounding enemies in the land which the Lord your God gives you as an inheritance to possess, that means greater Israel, you shall wipe out the memory of Amalek from under heaven. You must not forget. So these lands
what's wrong with what you're
clean.
Saying? Tell me what's
their
wrong
memory has to be blotted out.
Do you believe in the Bible, Daniel?
Let's just get clear.
I believe in the Bible.
The Jewish religion teaches two
Hold
types
on,
of
before
war.
you teach me any more Torah, Rabbi, do you believe in the Bible? Do you believe that in Moshe's prophecy?
I believe in Moses. I believe in the book that was given to Moses, the Torah. Yeah, I do. As a Muslim, we have to believe in all the prophets and their books that were God-revealed books.
It seems that if you believe in Moses, and this is what Moses said to do, then you would be in support of the Jews taking Israel from these fake people who call themselves Palestinians and impostor themselves as being either the Canaanites or the ones who say, oh, Jesus was a Palestinian, or oh, this and that. We were the original inhabitants of the land, these Jordanians and Egyptians that you yourself even talked about. So you believe in Moses, and Moses said to do this, but you have a problem with it.
No, I think that Rabbinic Judaism, and even prior to Rabbinic Judaism, a lot of lies have been attributed to Moses.
Christians. This one is for Christians, okay? Where do Muslims and Christians stand on the Bible? You know what the real debate is about Israel, Daniel? It's not there's one verse in the Bible that it's about. One verse entirely. Who did Abraham take onto the altar at Moriah? And it was Yitzhak, Isaac. That's what. Now, you Muslims don't think it was Isaac. You think it was Ishmael. And whoever was on this altar inherited from Abraham. Why is this important? Because there's a mosque in Israel. It's actually a grave, very important grave for Jews, but it's a mosque. And Jews are only allowed there 2 times a year. It's called the grave of the patriarchs in Hebron. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob are buried there. Sarah, Rivka, and Leah are buried there. Ishmael's not buried there. Also, the head of Esav is buried there, which is important because it shows the continuity of the inheritance of Abraham. But for some reason, you LARPers who believe in Moses so much want to go say that it was Ishmael on the altar. Now, do you think, Daniel,
This is not a big issue for
Ishmael?
Muslims. This is not a big issue. There are some
Is it
tafsirs of the
Ishmael
Quran.
or was it Ishmael or was it Yitzhak?
There are
Who
some
was-
commentaries on the Quran that actually agree that was Isaac.
What do
that
you
was
think it
taken,
was?
not Ishmael. I don't know. It's not an important issue.
So is
Like it's
Eid
not an
Mubarak
important
a
issue
Kafira holiday?
for
Is
Muslims.
people
I mean,
who
the important
celebrate
issue
Eid
that
Mubarak, is that
you're
Kafira?
you're trying to distract from the point that
No,
I'm
you're
making.
now
Like,
you're trying
after
to
I prove
now
you,
you're trying to dodge the question. I literally
I
just
let
went
you
through
talk.
the Torah with
I
you
let you talk.
and read it. You
You're
let
making,
me talk.
Yeah,
You let
I do.
me
I
talk.
let
Thank
you talk. I let you talk.
You're talking
I'm
much
your I'm your
more than I am.
Rebbe. I'm your Rebbe. I'm giving you permission to talk. Now you need to
You're
listen.
not my Rebbe. You're my bitch, motherfucker. You're
No.
my bitch. You're some
I just
jihadi
showed you.
scum
I
fuck
showed
in
you that you
America
don't
who
even know
just
your
gets
own Torah.
deported.
You
And all
don't
your
even know
friends
your
in
own
Europe are about
Torah.
to
I
get
have to make
deported.
you read the Torah
Look
like
at
a little
you.
dog. You have to read the Torah like a little puppy.
Like
I
a
tell
little
you,
dog.
read it so that you get it right.
Bring this
So that your lies.
motherfucker's
I'm
justice.
exposing your lies in real time. Yeah, let's silence this donkey noise from the Jew. Look, I had you read the Torah because
Answer
you're
the
lying
question.
about it.
Answer the question, Muzzy. Was it Ishmael or was it Isaac?
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
You don't know.
Okay,
You're
it's Isaac.
scholar, but you don't know. Answer the fucking question.
Some tafsirs say
Was
Isaac.
it
Who
Isaac
cares?
or was it Ishmael
cares?
that Abraham took to the altar?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't
It
actually
does matter. It
Yeah,
does
it matters
matter.
it matters
This
for
is
a Jewish
the fucking
supremacist.
inheritance,
It
Daniel.
matters.
This is the inheritance. It fucking matters. Who was it? Answer the question. You kofar. You heretic. You can't because you don't want to be embarrassed. Who was it? Who was on the altar?
How the Jewish
Who was
right,
on the altar?
We just talked about the Jewish right to
Who
conquer
was
the
on the
entire
altar?
world.
He can't answer the question. He lied.
Ishmael, Isaac, who cares?
I do.
cares?
It's the question.
It's not a gotcha. This is not a
debate.
gotcha moment.
You are a fucking liar.
It's
you
not
disingenuous schmuck. I answer questions. I read Hebrew. I tolerate your anti-Semitism, and you can't even answer what your own fucking Quran says. You kofar. You
Where
heretic.
does it say in the Quran? Where does
You're
it say in the
not
Quran
funny.
it's Ishmael
You're an
or Isaac?
imposter Shiite. You
Where does
fucking
it-
liar.
Okay, you're muted now. Go talk to Hashem again. Go talk to Hashem, your false god. I'm gonna speak now. I just corrected this poor Jew on what his own Torah said. I made him read the verses like a puppy because he's lying about the Torah. And I pointed out that his Torah says that you can engage in offensive warfare against the entire world and enslave the entire population. He wants to pretend like he's an American, like he really cares about America, but his own religion is teaching him that he has the right to conquer America and submit all non-Jews in America to slavery after killing whoever resists and taking all the virgin girls as slaves. So this is what the Bible teaches, and he just crashes out when I'm pointing out these verses. And it's quite funny. Like, this is supposed to be like a serious person. He's giving Jews a bad name because I debated rabbis, and they're very respectful. They don't crash out. They don't use obscenity. This is a bad representative of Judaism, and I'm a fair and honest person. I don't think that all Jews are like this. This is an unhinged person. Like, he's giving Judaism a very bad name. This is ugly to crash out like this. Other Jews are honest. They want to have an open conversation. They'll read the verses of the Bible honestly. They'll actually know a thing or two about the book that they claim to believe in. Fortunately, Adam here only knows how to crash out. It's a shame. So I have to mute him because he's screaming obscenities. He wants to get this stream deleted off of YouTube. That's his real strategy here. He doesn't want this to be seen by the public. So, okay, now let's see what he's talking about.
I can't wait for these clips, bro. You think this is a
Go
crash?
ahead. What are you
I'm
saying?
happy inside. I'm ecstatic. I'm over the moon. I just proved that you don't even believe in your own faith. You're not even willing to defend your own faith.
What are you talking about?
Who was on the altar, Isaac or Ishmael?
Can I answer without you crashing out?
One word.
I?
Pick which one, Isaac or Ishmael?
Unknown.
Most
scholars,
we know who it is. We know who it is because
See, you
Moshe
can't answer.
Emet Vitorato
I
Emet.
can't answer.
That's why we know who it is.
I can't say.
Every Christian in the world knows who it is.
Most
Every
scholars
Christian. He says most scholars. He wants these liberal trans scholars to be the final arbitrator of the Bible, and he won't even stand up for what he believes. Daniel, who do you believe was on the altar?
I don't have a strong belief on this. It's not something that
make
Muslims
it
are
up.
required to believe.
You're such a Muslim. You're like the Muslim.
You don't let me finish.
You got this whole persona online of being like this Muslim scholar. You don't have an opinion about this?
I gave you a scholarly response. It
you
represented the Islamic tradition.
Trans professor saying it's ambiguous.
No,
you really don't know.
I'm talking about classical scholars.
You're a man of faith.
I'm talking about classical
you're
scholars.
A man of
Yo,
faith,
shut it.
And you
shut
won't
it.
answer this question.
Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth.
No, I won't shut my mouth. You answer the question. Was it Ishmael or was it Isaac? Answer the question.
Most scholars said Ishmael, but there's a difference of opinion. It's called ikhtilaf. Ikhtilaf amongst the commentaries of the Quran.
Who do you believe, Daniel? Who do you believe?
What difference does it
doesn't
make?
even say, hey, listen, everybody. He doesn't even say, I believe this, I believe that. I'm literally sitting here saying, I believe in this. I believe in Greater Israel. I believe in this. I have conviction. I'm ready to fight for my fucking land.
Yeah, you believe in oral suction after circumcision, for example. You believe in conquest of America for the state of Israel. Like, these are the things that you believe. You believe kill the best of Gentiles, smash the head of the best of snakes in the Jerusalem Talmud. These are the things that he believes. He believes in intercourse with 3-year-olds, as is mentioned in Nida 41b and other parts of the Talmud. Like, these are the things that he believes. All he can do is crash out. He doesn't want to explain any of this. He doesn't want to talk about this, but he wants to attack Islam. He wants to attack Muslims and start screaming and shouting obscenities. This is a joke. This is the worst representation of Judaism that we could have expected.
One that whooped his ass. He can't even admit his own faith. He wants to say, most scholars, Daniel, are you an atheist? Do you think that the scholars are determining religion? Or are you some Muslim scholar? You don't even say what you think happened. What do you think happened, Daniel? Was it Abraham? Did Abraham take Ishmael or did he take Yitzhak?
Yeah,
let's
say Ishmael. Ishmael, that's what I believe.
Now he says he's so embarrassed of his faith.
What difference does it make?
You're embarrassed of your faith.
We don't believe in racial supremacy. We don't believe in Jewish.
We
don't believe in Jewish supremacy.
You think the Bible is wrong?
I said that. I said that Jews lied about Moses,
and the Bible is wrong.
Yeah, it's corrupted. Yes, I do believe that. What, is this a gotcha? You
want to know a difference between the Bible and the Quran?
You are low IQ. You don't even know what Muslims believe. Like, your gotcha has nothing to do with Islam.
Funny.
You don't even attacking Islam
Trust
accurately.
In Muhammad,
try to attack Islam
Muhammad.
accurately.
He really spoke to the angel of Gabriel, and the angel of Gabriel told him to kill Safiya's husband and give Safiya as a sex slave to Muhammad's 8-year-old wife. That's what the angel Gabriel told Muhammad to do, and said that the Bible was heresy, kafira.
I mean, do you believe in battlefield?
Kafira.
Do you believe in the doctrine of?
And he's afraid to even admit it.
You can't even let me speak. You can't even let me speak. What a slimy Israelite. What a slimy Israelite. Did you just crawl out of a tunnel? Did you crawl out of a tunnel, my friend? Like, can't you? This is tunnel debate tactics. Can you debate like a human being?
I pray to you, Allah, that you should smite this kofar. Wipe him off the face of the earth.
It's kafir. Kafir, you idiot. There's no it's not kofar. It's kafir, you idiot.
Scholars say,
it's kafir.
I am such a man of faith. It's the scholars.
Learn how to pronounce it. It's kafir, not kofar.
No, it's a kofar. It's Hebrew, you fucking heretic. Learn the language.
Learn Arabic. You're going to need it soon. You're going to need Arabic soon.
This is why, because he pulls a Charlie Kirk. These are the same type of things, folks. If they can't beat you in a debate, they're going to try to kill you. And that's what these jihadis do. They try to kill you. That's all they want to do. They have these foolish. They don't even believe in their Quran.
What did they do to JFK?
They believe.
What did your people do to JFK?
They believe that it's the.
What did your people do on 9/11?
It was. Most scholars say it was Ishmael. I don't buy.
What did your people do to JFK?
West?
Actually,
this is why you're incompatible with the West, because the West knows We don't believe. We know.
There was no Muslim that assassinated a president.
Isaac was on the altar.
There's no Muslim that assassinated a sitting president of the United States.
Why is Ishmael not buried with Abraham? Why is Ishmael not buried with Abraham?
Tell me, who assassinated JFK? Was it your people?
He was sent out. He was sent out by Sarah and Hagar. He was sent out.
JFK was sent out?
Oh, we're talking about your lack of faith.
Was JFK Amalek? Was JFK Amalek? Like Benjamin Netanyahu says, wipe out Amalek. You're not even
appealing to Muslims.
Wipe out Amalek.
You're getting defeated in the Quran.
You have to defeat and wipe out Amalek. Was JFK Amalek?
Differences in the Quran.
Were the people in the Twin Towers, were they Amalek? Can you explain Amalek?
You're Amalek.
Oh, I'm Amalek, so that means I should be wiped out. Are you going to wipe me out?
Haqiqatjou. The name is Haqiqatjou. That's his real name. Daniel, which is a Jewish name. Haqiqat, which is a Jewish word. Jew. That's his name. Daniel Haqiqatjou. How funny.
That's why I'm your rabbi. That's why I'm teaching you the Torah. Show us some respect, man. Show some respect to your authoritative teacher.
God rests on the seventh day in the Torah. But on the Quran, Allah never rests or tires. Quran 50:38. This is a contradiction in divine attributes of God.
Yeah, the Quran is correcting the Bible. The Quran is correcting the anthropomorphic heresy in the Bible. That's what the Quran is doing. It's correcting the Jewish heresy.
Sign for future generations, no?
What was that?
The Quran says that Pharaoh's body was preserved for future generations.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other, he drowned. Okay, Moses and the rest. These are differences between the Torah and the Quran.
No, the Quran says he drowned as well.
In the Torah,
the Quran says he drowned as well.
In the Torah, Moshe, the Torah is revealed publicly at Sinai in front of everyone, in front of Israel and the converts that dwelled with them, Exodus 19. In the Quran, revelation is given privately to Muhammad via Gabriel and claims Jews corrupted their scriptures. Literally, this guy in secret, alone. This is a contradiction on the mode, audience, and the preservation of God's revelation.
We can have a debate on biblical preservation. We can have a debate about
promises that the land.
You're trying to take away from the genocidal teachings of Judaism. Like, look how fast you change the subject. You start spurging out about Ishmael. You start spurging about Ishmael. As soon as I bring up these passages in Deuteronomy, as soon as I bring the passages of Deuteronomy, you start spurging out about Ishmael because you don't want Americans to know. You don't want Americans to know about what the Bible actually teaches.
Say the Bible's not real, and Muhammad, who came 1,400 years ago, knew that the Bible wasn't real, and it was revealed to him by an angel named Gabriel, and it was the whole thing, he says, was given to him by this angel privately. Nobody knew, and that the Jews were wrong. The Jews were wrong, and he knew just alone. But the Jews, we had a public revelation. Everybody saw. Another weird thing.
Does God have a penis?
Quran, right?
Does God have a penis?
Quran.
Can you tell me, does God have a penis?
God is both male and female in the world of Atzilut. In all the worlds, God is HaKadosh Baruch Hu Shchinte. Anyways,
so does the male and female parts of God have sex?
In the book of Esther, right?
Does the male and female parts of God have sex with each other?
You want to know why God created humans?
Yes or no? Tell me, explain.
God created
yes or no, and then explain. I want to learn more about the mystical aspects of Judaism.
I am explaining.
Does the male and female parts of God have sex, right?
God, he thinks God is having sex with himself, like God's a masturbator. This asshole.
Well, he has a penis.
You
said he has a penis. So God has a penis. Does God have a vagina? Does God have a vagina, penis, and vagina? He says male and female.
Motherfucker, God is not an ethereal body. You fucking asshole.
It's a spiritual penis and spiritual vagina.
Okay, who builds the golden calf, Daniel?
Another topic that he can't address. He has to run away.
Running away.
This is your wheelhouse. This is Kabbalah.
I run away, and he can't even say with pride he believes Abraham took Ishmael on the altar. What a pussy. The Torah says
Aaron. Are you using the term in
The
terms
Torah
of
gives the entire story about the golden calf. The Quran says a mysterious figure named Samiri builds the calf, and it's not Aaron.
We already addressed this. We already
Major
addressed this.
contradiction.
Who cares? Who cares? I
Torah
said that the Torah is corrupted. The Torah is corrupted.
The Torah
so what?
says that the flood.
The contradictions don't mean anything. This is not a gotcha. Who cares?
Huge one. This is a huge
one. The gotcha is that you are
God says
avoid the subject that you believe that God has sex with himself.
To his audience, and then says, "I avoid
God,
the subject."
God has sex with himself because God has a penis and a female.
What kind of fucking pervert is this? This is the Epstein guy who got
into Harvard. This is what your Bible says.
Epstein's influence in Harvard, right here. A guy obsessing about God and a penis and a vagina. This is so weird.
You believe? You just said it.
This is so weird. You should read my book. Actually, I cover a lot of these kind of things in my book, and my book hit #1 on the Amazon new release bestsellers list. Everybody should go check that out. But in my book, I address this loser's fucking points, and he doesn't know what he's like literally digging. I'm going to continue about why the Quran is false.
Explain it. Explain.
The Torah says that the flood covered all the earth.
We get it. We get it. The Bible contradicts the Quran. We get it. Yeah.
That's not proof that the Quran is false. For rejecting the faith. Why is this important? Because Noah's sons literally make up 2/3 of the earth's population today. The Arabs are saying you don't exist, people. The Quran, not the Arabs, the Quran says that the nations of the world don't exist, that you were all wiped out in the flood. And the only thing that exists is Noah and some mysterious progeny. But the Torah actually records the progeny. It records the progenies of every nation on the earth. Every Gentile is preserved in the Torah. The Romans came, they conquered the earth, they scattered everybody. The Babylonians came, they conquered the earth, they scattered everybody. The Jews know where all your original lands are. It's in the Bible. The same one that the Christians carry around in their book. The Christians got it right.
Can I speak
Tower
now?
of Babylon.
Can I speak now?
No. The Tower of Babylon. The Tower of Babylon was built after the flood, and the languages are divided. But in the Quran, the story is not told. But Pharaoh, later in centuries, tells Haman, this guy who wanted to kill the Jews, to build a tower that reaches God. Weird. The death of the prophets. In the Torah, Aaron dies on the Temple Mount on Hor. In the Quran, Aaron's death is not described. The traditions differ. Sometimes he was implying he was innocent of the golden calf also.
Who cares? Who cares? We know that the Bible contradicts the Quran. So what?
The question is
so what?
We're answering a big debate here, Daniel. Who does the land belong to? And whoever was on the altar, that's whose descendants it belongs to.
Why?
Because that's what the covenant was made with Abraham and God. That's what took place
in the Bible
history.
Is based
that's
on
what took place
monotheism.
In history. Kofar, that's what took place in history. That's history. That really happened. And why? Where's the proof? Have you ever seen Hebron? I want to show you the Tomb of the Patriarchs.
The covenant with the Jews was...
So this, folks, I want to show you, Daniel, this...
Listen. You've spoken enough. Listen to me.
I spoke enough.
The covenant with Jews was broken as soon as you didn't accept Jesus as Messiah. There is no covenant that God has with Jews.
Look at him try to run to the...
I know Jesus scares you. Like even the word Jesus, you can't even say it.
You see this?
Jesus the Messiah.
Guys, you see this? You see this building, David? Daniel? You see this building?
We can't
see
it.
Standing in front of?
Because of this trashy eCam software that you use, we can't see it.
Okay.
You use like some normal software. Like not everyone has a Mac. We can't use eCam. So I have to have this. We can't see your screen. I just see your camera.
These are so stupid. Okay, I want to show you another thing. This is the Tomb of the Patriarchs, okay? This building right here is built with megalithic stones. Inside is the grave of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Why is Ishmael not inside?
No, according to Jews, according
and
to your
according
mythology,
to Romans,
not according to
Rome
archaeologists.
According to the entire West, according to all historiography.
Lies. Where? Show me one historian. Show me one non-Jewish. Show me one non-Jewish.
What's in the building?
I don't
What?
know. Some rocks. I don't know. Some relics. Some made up stuff.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't. But it's lies.
I just
Adam
want.
surely doesn't know, but I know. I don't know.
There's
I don't,
no archaeological
I
evidence
don't
that
know. I
establishes
don't
the
know.
existence of Moses.
I got in with
Let
an
alone
86
Abraham. Let alone Abraham. What are you talking
IQ at
about?
Harvard, folks.
What
86 IQ at Harvard.
what are you talking about? Like, cite me one actual archaeologist who says that this is Abraham's tomb or Isaac or whoever.
Dude,
Like, this is
it's
just
like
Jewish mythology. Who cares?
right. Did the
Who
Jews
cares?
exist? Hey, did the Jews exist?
Yeah. So
We existed, right? We're ancient people.
Abraham existed. Abraham
Or are we
existed.
the
Yeah.
Khazars? Do you think we're the Khazars? Are we
No,
fake?
what
Jews?
happened? What happened was the Jews in Palestine converted to Islam. That's who the
You're such a
Palestinians
fucking
are.
liar.
They converted.
are like, this
That's
is
what
like-
happened.
This is
And
like
genetic,
how
all the genetic evidence shows, all
and
the genetic
hair
evidence
salons
proves that.
come to their conclusions about the men that they date. This is the exact same way that fat women in hair salons come to the conclusions about the men that they date. Exactly.
I'm going off of genetic data, genetic
I don't
research.
know. I don't know the answer, but I
genetic
feel
research.
oh, the Palestinian, the real Palestinians, they're the real Jews. They all converted to Islam, and there's
Yeah,
no such thing as
that's what
funny
the genetic.
Israel.
Why is it illegal to conduct genetic studies in Israel?
Why is it that I have a genetic marker that gives me a certain specific gene? Why on my DNA test does it say
Palestinians have it too?
100%
Palestinians have it too.
It says
Palestinians have-
Ashkenazi Jew on my.
Yeah,
on
so
my,
you're from Europe. You're not from the land
and
of
my
Palestine.
lineage. Do you want to know part of my lineage?
You're a settler. You're an
My mother's
interloper.
family
Your
is a
your
direct-
family came in and stole the
direct
land through
descendant of
terrorism.
Aaron the priest.
You're not from
Unfortunately, it
you're
doesn't
not from
come
the
from my
land.
father's side.
The
I inherit
actual
kingship.
Jews
the
converted
priesthood.
to Islam, and that's where the Palestinians are
Priesthood
descended
came from
from.
my mother. And you know what?
So-
Our lineage is so old. We actually know it
so
too.
old. Yeah.
We are literally. I am literally a descendant of Aaron the priest.
Oh, literally.
My mother is
literally.
a direct descendant. It was son after son
Literally.
after son after son after son after son after son.
That's what
until-
my rabbi told me. My rabbi told me we're descended from
Oh,
Abraham.
This motherfucker.
That's what my rabbi told me. My
He's-
rabbi told me God promised us this land
You
3,000
think my
years
rabbi
ago.
told me? This guy literally thinks my Bubby and Zadie
How about
lied.
how about a
He
genetic
literally
test?
thinks my
How about-
grandparents
how
sat me
about-
down and told me
How about a
story.
genetic
But
test
he
so that
doesn't
we
even
can
know what's
verify
with this building.
empirically? Why
Hey,
can't we
Daniel,
do
what's with
genetic
this building?
tests in Israel? Are
Daniel,
you
why is
afraid
this
that
show
you'll
not buried in
discover
this
that
building?
the descendants of Israel are actually Palestinian? Is that what you're scared of?
UNESCO World Heritage. Hebron in the West Bank is a Palestinian World Heritage. So they call it Palestinian World Heritage. Oh, UNESCO did.
Oh, they called it
let's say what
Palestinian.
they say.
Uh-oh, they called it Palestinian. So that's
See
what
what's
the
in it.
experts are saying.
Right here.
They didn't say it's Jewish. They
The
didn't say it's
tomb of the
Palestinian.
patriarchs. The tomb of the patriarchs, known as the cave of the patriarchs, is where Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob and their wives are buried. Muslims,
Claimed
who
by
like
Jews.
Christians also revere Abraham, built the Ibrahimi Mosque, known as the Sanctuary of Abraham. This was built by Muslims. And this kofar, this guy who is so afraid to admit that to say that Abraham took Ishmael to the altar, doesn't even know that Muslims built this site. And he wants to sit here and debate me over and over and say, it didn't really have anything. No, the Palestinians are the real Jews. This
Abraham
debate's
wasn't a
over.
Jew. So what?
Daniel, you have
Abraham wasn't a
literally
Jew.
4 more minutes with me, and then your time is up. Use it
Oh,
however you
what
want.
a loss.
I
What
won't
a loss.
interrupt you. You
Okay,
can walk away.
okay,
You
don't
can do
interrupt.
anything.
Don't
At an
interrupt.
hour and a half, I'm done with you. You're lame.
Don't interrupt. Don't interrupt then. Okay, so we established that this is a Jewish supremacist. He doesn't even believe that non-Jews are human. Oh, is muted, so we can't hear his donkey call. So we've established that he's a Jewish supremacist. He thinks that non-Jews are not even human beings. His Talmud says that you have to kill the best of Gentiles. It's very likely, I'm not saying it's verified, but there's a possibility that one of their best Gentiles, Charlie Kirk, was killed by Israel, by the Mossad, which often boasts about their ability to assassinate people throughout the world. So even according to the Talmud, the best of Gentiles should be killed if that serves the purpose of Greater Israel. Furthermore, we looked at the Torah and he misquoted it. I had to correct his quotation of the Torah to show that Judaism teaches, the Torah teaches, that Jews should conquer the entire world if they want and enslave the entire population. he didn't have any kind of apologetic about that. He just accepts that because he's a Jewish supremacist. He believes the entire globe is entitled to Jews. And I asked him about the assassination of JFK. I asked him about 9/11. He wants to avoid all of these topics. I wonder why. I wonder why he runs away. He has nothing to say on any of these issues. And then he claims that Judaism is more compatible with America than Islam. Well, I don't know anything in Islam that says that Americans are subhuman just because they're not Muslim. Like, there's nothing in Islam that teaches that. So this is, and then we also want to get into Kabbalah and talk about the penis of God according to Judaism and Kabbalah, and the female genitalia of God. This is the shocking belief that we find in Kabbalah and in the kind of Judaism that Adam believes in. This is all shocking stuff. He can't say anything to address any of these things. All he can say is that, oh, was it Ishmael on the altar or Isaac? Like, that's his response. So unfortunately, I expected more from this Jew. I thought it would be a more educated Jew. He pretended to be nice. Like, I talked to Jake Shields about it as well. Jake Shields was saying that this Jew pretends to be nice so that he gets you to lower your guard, and then he starts lying, nonstop lies spewed. And we fact-checked pretty much everything that he said. And I think it's, unfortunately, we couldn't have more of a organized debate without him spurging out and crashing out.
This, that the more they attack us, the more land we get. And if they don't like our expansion, they should leave us alone.
Again, we read the Ben Gurion quotes. We read the Torah. Whenever I speak, he has to make donkey calls, like donkey mating calls, because he can't have me fact check him with basic facts. If it were the case that, oh, us innocent Jews we wouldn't attack anyone. We are so peaceful unless others attack us. Then why is Ben Gurion saying that we're going to take all of southern Lebanon, southern Syria, Transjordan, Sinai? He himself is saying that we're going to take the Suez Canal. We're going to take Egypt from the Nile to the Euphrates. He's saying that. And then, oh, if you just leave us alone, we wouldn't attack anyone. This is violent expansionism that is taught in their religion. It predates the Israel-Palestine conflict. It predates the state of Israel, the so-called state of Israel, this settler colonial project in 1948. This goes to the Jewish religion itself and the Talmud itself. So this Haspara has to be debunked. Like, don't let these Haspara Zionist agents gaslight you. And whenever you fact check them, they start making these donkey mating calls.
Is embarrassed to say that it was that he believes Ishmael was on the altar, had to pry it from his teeth. He's so quick to tell everybody who killed Charlie Kirk, and that look at him roll his eyes in defeat. Oh, what a defeat. And he doesn't even know that Muslims built the tomb of the patriarchs. He's such an ignorant scholar. And with that, I say, Daniel, fuck you. You got booted.
Oh, this poor guy. He got so angry because of my tweets on Charlie Kirk. I didn't celebrate Charlie Kirk getting assassinated. I just speculated that who really would benefit from the assassination of Charlie Kirk. And I speculated that Israel is one of these beneficiaries. That's all. Got so angry with these crocodile tears that, oh, my friend, Charlie Kirk. Yeah, he's your friend. To what extent can any Gentile be your friend when you believe in a book, the Talmud, that says kill the best of Gentiles, smash the head of the best of snakes? Like, how can you have any non-Jewish friend at that level? So anyway, I apologize to my audience for this crash out. But, this is the best, apparently, that can be produced from that side. Like, just a very embarrassing show. And then he has the audacity to talk about Palestinians. And, oh, if Israel wanted to genocide the Palestinians, it would be over immediately if we wanted to. Okay, well, we can say the same thing about Germans. Like, why were there survivors after World War II? Survivors to this day. In fact, there are more survivors. Every year, there are more survivors that are taking reparations. It's interesting. Maybe that's a Talmudic miracle, actually. But the point being that he has the audacity to play victim and at the same time mock Palestinians, mock starving Gazan children. Like, this is the face of rabbinic Judaism that they're showing the world. It's like a mask off moment. And there are a lot of things that we could have talked about in this debate, but that was the most important thing to show, like, their behavior and their attitude. Yeah, that's the moderator. I'm not doing any more debates with Tyson Hockley. He's a hack. Tyson Hockley said that, like 30 minutes before the debate, Tyson Hockley says, I have a massage scheduled. He has to go get a massage. Like, what? He's like 19 years old or 20 years old, and we've been organizing this debate for months now. He's supposed to be the moderator. And he says, guys, can we reschedule? I have a massage that I just found out about today. He has to go get a massage. Like, so Tyson is a bum, and it's very disrespectful to 30 minutes before a debate or an hour before a debate say, let's reschedule because I have a massage. Like, if he had a family emergency or he was sick or there was some kind of other issue of that magnitude, I'd say, yeah, sure, no problem. Things happen. You can't anticipate it. But a massage, you can't reschedule your massage appointment. You can't miss your massage. Like, your massage is so important. So this is the kind of person that was supposed to moderate the debate. And I won't make the same mistake again, inshallah. Yeah, so maybe we can look at some super chats and I'll read them. So you guys are streaming, so let me actually pull some of that up. No reason to end the stream. Like a Traveler has a super chat. Thank you, brother, for your $50 super chat. He says, this guy's so intimidated by an educated Muslim, he cannot engage in good faith. Pathetic loser. Yeah, I mean, that's their whole strategy. His whole strategy was just to not let me speak. Like, literally bringing out a horn and blowing a horn to prevent me from responding to his lies. Like, so yeah, special massage. Tyson must be getting a special massage. Maybe he's gay. I don't know if he's gay or not. I don't know his sexual orientation, but it's just weird to have to get a massage like in the middle of the day. Like, isn't he a student? Like, doesn't he have a job? I guess not. I mean, that's my problem. I'm just too respectful. I'm too respectful. I allow people to speak. I don't interrupt them. And they take advantage of that. They take advantage. They try to stop me from speaking. That's why I insist on a moderated debate, because I don't like to just shout at people. I don't like to shout and raise my voice and make it a shouting match. But if you don't have a moderated debate and you don't have like sections and a moderator that can actually mute people when they're not supposed to talk, then it just descends into a shouting match. That's all that they have. I will quote from their holy books. I will quote their most authoritative scholars. I will cite Maimonides. I'll cite Joseph Caro. I'll cite Rashi. I'll cite all of this material. I'll cite quotations from Ben Gurion. And what do they have? His only argument was, who died on the altar? Or who was taken to be sacrificed on the altar? Isaac or Ishmael. Like, that was his main argument, was it not? So. Yeah, what I appreciated about this guy, this Adam, is that at least he was honest about his Jewish supremacy. He was honest about it. He didn't deny anything that I claimed about Milchamet Rashut, the voluntary wars and conquest of the entire globe. He didn't deny it. He didn't deny the mitzvah b'pah, the oral suction. He didn't deny it. He said, I don't personally. I didn't have a rabbi personally suck my penis when I was an infant, but if others are doing it, he didn't have anything to say. Like, that's disgusting. That's vile. That's the worst kind of pedophilic act that I can imagine. He didn't say any of that. He had the opportunity. I gave him plenty of time to talk. Did I not? Did I not give him plenty of opportunity to talk and to deny any of this? But he didn't. Why? It's because the chief rabbi of Israel says that this is the preferred method of circumcision. So he's not going to contradict the chief rabbi of Israel. That'd be wrong. Like, that's going against the authorities of his religion. So that's why he has to pretend like that I'm low IQ, and he starts shouting me down. He starts using his donkey horn. Muslim Boogeyman, thanks for your super chat, says, this wasn't a debate. This was a schooling by the Rambam Haqiqatjou W stream. Thank you, bro. Glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, I was his rabbi. I was teaching him Torah. He lied about the Torah. I said, read it further, because he was claiming, remember, initially he was saying that, well, it's a voluntary war and you offer peace. It's all about peace, and that's what the Jews are doing in Israel. And he completely butchered the teaching of the Torah. The Torah doesn't say that you approach Israel, the land of the Jews, with peace. No, you approach it with genocide. You kill women and children and cleanse the land. That's what the Torah says in Deuteronomy 25. But the passage that he read was about Milchamet Reshut, the voluntary wars for cities that are distant from the lands you've inherited, distant from Israel. He didn't know that because he hadn't actually read the whole chapter. He just read that one verse and he didn't continue. So I forced him, like a good little puppy, to finish reading just two or three more verses. And then he realized, quite to his embarrassment, that I was right and he was wrong. So yeah, he should call me his Rebbe. I am his Rebbe. And he doesn't respect his Rebbe. That's a sin in and of itself. Muslim Hashira, thank you so much for your super chat. You say, that was amazing. People got to see how Zios behave. Yeah, unfortunately, they're quite vile. They claim to be the most moral people. And God's chosen, but this is how they behave. Like, my platform is much larger than his. I invite him to have this discussion, respectful, but all he does is make a fool of himself, uses the worst kind of profanity, crashes out, threatens me, like literally is threatening me. He calls me Amalek, which is a death threat. Calls me Amalek. He wants to wipe me out. He wants me to report me to, I guess, his Shabbos Goyim to take care of me. Like, this is shocking behavior, and it's all on camera. Wahi, thanks for your super chat. The massage, Tyson's massage, was promised to him 3,000 years ago. Maybe. I don't think Tyson is Jewish, so. But yeah, it's a questionable massage. Like, is this Tyson in the chat saying it was a solid massage? I'm glad you enjoyed it, Tyson. I'm glad you got that nice massage. Couldn't cancel it for a debate we've been scheduling for months. Islam over everything. Thank you for your super chat. Islam over everything says clips for days. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of interesting clips. Like a traveler says, he had to hide his face and make threats to stay in a virtual debate. Imagine the crash out if it was in person. LOL. Yeah, in-person debate. But I'd be worried about in-person debates because, I mean, we saw what happened to Charlie Kirk, and this is what happens to people who even go an inch off script from what Netanyahu wants you to be preaching. So this is a warning. Like, what happened to Charlie Kirk, this is a huge red flag. It's a huge warning. Because in some instances, it seemed like Charlie Kirk was going slightly off script, slightly off the Zionist script. And we see the end that he faced with this extrajudicial killing, which I condemn. It's wrong. It's terrible to just violate the law in this way. And that's why someone like me, a public speaker, if I go to a in-person event and especially if I'm debating someone like Adam, I have to be worried. I have to be worried about potential assassination. Alhamdulillah, we're Muslims, so we're always ready for death. Death can affect anyone. Kullu nafsin dha'iqatul maut. All souls will taste death. We know this. You don't know when your time will come, and we all hope and pray for a good end. But this is a reality when you're a debater or you're a public speaker, and when you have like a religion that is teaching its followers that the entire world is yours to conquer, and anyone who disobeys or disagrees or has any kind of animosity towards your cause, towards the Jewish religion, is an anti-Semite and deserves to be eliminated, whether it's a man, woman, or child, or infant. Have to cleanse the land, have to blot out the memory of Amalek. Fortunately, we live in a world where such people with such beliefs have nukes and have all kinds of weapons that they steal from the United States, and this is a reality that we have to deal with. See, Dylan, thank you for a super chat. Says, bro, I'm crying right now. This guy is mental. Juice enthusiast says, who died on the altar? Ishmael or Isaac? Who, guys? Who died on the altar? Oh, I was so devastated when he brought up this point of who died on the altar. Oh my God. Such a devastating critique that he had. Such a gotcha moment. But, the reality is there are some tafsir that say it's Isaac because it's not explicit in the Quran. Was it Ishaq or Ismail that was taken to be sacrificed by Ibrahim alayhi salam? So who was it exactly? Some tafsir say Ishaq. The majority of tafsir say Ismail. Okay, so there's a difference of opinion, and this is not a point of faith. It's not like if you believe that it was Isaac instead of Ishmael, that you have left Islam, or you're a heretic, or you are a deviant, ahlul bid'ah. Like, so he doesn't even understand Islam, like such a basic thing about Islam. So, yeah, he was just deflecting, like he was trying to get away from the mistake that he made with the Torah and the Deuteronomy passage. Like, he got proven wrong, so that was pretty devastating because he claims to know so much about the Torah and to actually have studied it at yeshiva, at the Jewish schools of religious learning, but he can't even accurately cite the Torah. Murad, thank you for your super chat. Murad says, you're an absolute genius, mashallah, tabarakallah. Keep doing the good dawah. May Allah bless you and protect you always, Brother Daniel. Come to Dearborn, Michigan. We would love to have you visit. Thank you, brother. Very kind words from you. And inshallah, may Allah bless you and all of the Muslims in Dearborn. Would love to visit sometime. So what else? I mean, what I had prepared for this debate is the idea of greater Israel, because I want Muslims to wake up, and especially the Muslims that are in these countries like Lebanon and Syria and Saudi and the UAE and Qatar and Egypt and Jordan, to recognize what the plans have been from the beginning with Israel. The founders of Israel, including Ben Gurion, including Zev Jabotinsky, reformist Zionists, like all of these figures openly are saying that they want to take over all of these lands. They want to push out the Arabs from these lands. And he admitted to it. He admitted that that's the case, that they want forcible transfer. That's ethnic cleansing. That's ethnic cleansing, and it's something very specific to Judaism. And so he admitted it, but the implication, like that's a huge thing to admit to a non-Jewish audience, because it makes you realize that, okay, so it's not about the Palestinians lobbing rockets, or it's not about October 7th. It's not about, things didn't start on October 7th. They didn't even start in 1948. This is something that has been a doctrine within Judaism that predates the establishment of Israel. And even the Zionists that from Theodor Herzl on, they have this belief in conquering and taking over all of these lands and pushing out the non-Jews. So once you establish that, and once they admit to it, like he's not smart enough to try to hide this fact, he just openly admits to it, then that destroys the propaganda from Zionists that, oh, we just want peace. And it's the Arabs who can't live with us. It's the Arabs who want to fight and exterminate Jews. That lie, that propaganda lie, is destroyed when you go to the teachings of Judaism, when you go to the Talmud, when you go to the quotes from Ben Gurion and Jabotinsky and Menachem Begin, some of these prime ministers of Israel, where they all say that we have this vision for greater Israel. Even Netanyahu says that he recently, as reported by Israeli sources, that he believes in the vision of greater Israel. So we're reaching a stage where these Zionists are so bold that they think that, yeah, we'll admit it. So what? Before we would hide it, but now we're going to be in your face and we're going to boast about, yeah, we're killing you. We're going to take over. We're not even using our best weapons. Like, did you see how he was boasting about killing non-Jews? Like, we're not even using our best weapons. It's a shocking thing to just admit. But pride comes before the fall. Is it really wise to have this kind of attitude towards people outside of your religion? Like, and then he wants to call me a jihadi. This is shocking. Muslims don't have any belief in genetic superiority. We don't have a belief that non-Muslims are not human. But this is what Judaism teaches. And obviously not all Jews accept those Jewish teachings, but clearly the person that I was debating today believes all that. Quite shocking. Ghost the Insurmountable, thank you for your super chat, says, please be careful wherever you go, brother. May Allah be pleased with you. Your work has been invaluable to us all. Thank you so much, Ghost, for that super chat. Yeah, so I think there is a Jewish person in the chat, so leaving some comments, and I'll address them. I just seeing him now. Kayori Ito says, you are lying too much, Daniel. Arab Muslims conquered North Africa and vast areas of West Asia. Yeah, so this is a point that he could have made if he was a little bit smarter. He could have said that, Daniel, you're talking about conquest that is taught within the Old Testament, but Islam has a doctrine of conquest. Islam has jihad and conquest through jihad. And as a historical fact, Muslims did conquer. So how is Islam any different? How are Muslims any different? And so first of all, you have to point out that, okay, let's address this. Muslims are at least honest. Like I've been honest about the doctrine of conquest and jihad in Islam. Muslims are honest, but unfortunately, many of these Jewish apologists or Jewish commentators, they're not honest about what their religion teaches about conquest. And we revealed that. We caught him out in the debate because he was citing the Torah inaccurately and trying to make it seem like they don't have a doctrine of conquest. I caught him out on that lie. And this is the dishonesty that we see from many Jews. They are not honest about the conquest doctrine that they have, which is more extreme than anything in any other religion, because they actually say our conquest justifies killing men, women, and children and blotting out the name of Amalek. Anyone who opposes us, we genocide them, we wipe them out. That's not found in Islam. When Muslims conquer, they don't kill men, women, and children in a genocide. In fact, non-Muslims are allowed to live, and they are allowed to, as dhimmis, as protected people, and they pay a tax. And many Jews were living under the protection of Muslims. Muslims didn't say, oh, you're Jewish, you're not Muslim. We're going to force you to convert, otherwise we're going to kill you. That's how Jews were able to survive for centuries under Muslim rule. This was Muslim conquest, but it allows non-Muslims to live under Muslim rule. And the same kind of conquest principles are found in Christianity. They're also found in the modern liberal West. Liberal secularism also conquers and forces nations to abide by Western secularism and international human rights law that is based on secularism. And if you do not accept that paradigm and that standard, that philosophy, that legal system, you will be forced to do so through sanctions, through invasion, through conquest. Is that not the case? Is that not the case? So every major religion, including Christianity, Judaism, Islam, and even secularism, modern liberal secularism, has a conquest ideology. But the difference is in Judaism, it's genocidal. It's genocidal and it's justified as stated in the Torah, as stated in the teachings of the Talmud, and in the teachings of Maimonides, in the Mishnah Torah, and the teachings of Joseph Caro and the Shulchan Aruch, the most authoritative Jewish teachings. So let's be honest about that. And also the conquest that is taught in Islam is not race-based. It's not on the basis of Muslims having some kind of genetic superiority. Anyone can convert into Islam. That's how Islam spreads. Islam spreads through conquest, but it's not genocide. People convert and they become Muslim, and then they are part of the dominating class. They're part of the ruling class because they have converted to Islam, regardless of their ethnic and racial background. But Judaism does not allow that. In Judaism, the non-Jews are not human beings, and they are created by God to serve the Jewish people. And when Jews conquer, they serve as slaves. The non-Jews serve as slaves, and there's no right to convert to Judaism. This is another big difference. And it was in the passages that he read from Deuteronomy. Even his mistranslation admitted that those people that once the Jews have conquered the cities, anyone who's still alive is a slave. That's not what Islam does to the people of the book. So what other lies? What other so-called lies? I'm giving the opportunity to any Jewish watchers, since Adam really failed you in this debate, I'm giving you an opportunity to question me. Kevin says, Salam, Shalom, Brother Dan, great debate, but most of the Jews and Palestinians there are fake. That land only belongs to those who struggle with God. Yeah, I don't know if this is a non-Zionist Jew or what kind of Jewish person Kevin is. Or maybe he's a Christian. Yeah, and the difference also between Muslim conquest and Jewish conquest is that Islam spreads monotheism. Islam spreads monotheism and righteousness, whereas Jewish conquest spreads Jewish supremacy. Jewish supremacy and a confused religion. Like, we didn't get into it in this debate. I mean, we touched on it. We touched on the idea that within Judaism... Can you guys hear me okay? We touched on the fact that in Judaism, they believe in like male and female parts of God. So what kind of monotheism is that? Male and female parts of God, and they believe that God has sex. Male and female parts of God have sex, and Jewish worship is supposed to bring about that union, that divine sexual union. That's actually taught in Kabbalah with the Sifirot doctrine. And you saw how his face changed when I mentioned that, and he was like, oh, crap, Daniel knows about that. And he tried to change the subject really quickly. So that's these are the things that they hide about their religion because it's quite shocking. So if you want a big difference between Islamic and Jewish conquest is that Jewish conquest is about spreading this kind of anthropomorphic, paganistic idea of God and forcing everyone to submit to that. Like, yeah. So what else? You guys can see this. This was the tweet that triggered him. Let me just show it. It got over 2 million views. Praying for Charlie Kirk, says Benjamin Netanyahu. He said this like within minutes of the actual assassination. Like, I guess, and this is like the middle of the night for Israel. He's involved in like a 7-front war, bombing 6 or 7 different countries, but he's following like Charlie Kirk in the middle of the night. And he tweets this at the exact same minute that Donald Trump tweets it, praying for Charlie Kirk. So how does he getting, is he getting that kind of news? So I just speculated. It's just speculation. He's probably the one who ordered it. And the tweet got 88,000 likes and was seen by 2.2 million people thus far. So why are they so sensitive about this possibility? Like, is it like, are we pretending that Israel doesn't assassinate people all over the world? They brag about their ability to assassinate people all across the globe. So what is his sensitivity about this? But this is what triggered him. What else, guys? Thank you, Layla, for your super chat. Really appreciate it. That's very kind of you. Oh, Dawa Trucker also. Brother Daniel, please read the other super chats you haven't read yet. Okay, I'm trying to read your super chats. Did Dawa Trucker give a super chat earlier? I only see the one. Bro, why did you decide to debate this potty mouth? Says Mesa. I didn't. It was supposed to be a respectful debate. It was supposed to be a respectful, moderated debate, and I don't think that he maybe was ultimately planning to be respectful, but that's the impression that he got. And I like any opportunity to debate. Unfortunately, you have all of these Jewish apologists, genocide apologists, who are running away from debating me. So if one of these genocide apologists finally accepts a debate with me, then I'm going to jump on that. As long as it's going to be moderated and it's going to be organized. And that's what I was expecting, but unfortunately the moderator bailed at the last minute. And he very quickly dropped the mask of respectability of the very peace-loving Jew. He dropped that mask immediately and started crashing out. Let's see. Did I miss a super chat? I'm not seeing any of the super chats that I missed. No, someone saying Arman is saying please talk about Sumud, the Sumud flotilla. So there's a lot of ships that are taking aid to try to break the Gaza blockade, and as usual, Israel is bombing them in international waters, like dropping fire bombs onto their ships in the flotilla. So these are war crimes, but Israel has no shame in committing war crimes, as we've seen for the past 2 years and since the founding of their terror state. Yeah, drone attacked. Hafiz says, Daniel, these genocide supporters do not know what empathy is. They also have no sort of knowledge of their scriptures, for they misinterpret it or don't read it at all. Yeah, and the ones who are knowledgeable just lie about it. Like, they openly lie. And then when you try to fact check them, they just shout you down. Yeah, so I mean, these are just standard apologetics from this Zionist shill in the chat. Like, oh, Muslims live in Israel. Yeah, they live as under apartheid. They live under apartheid, and a large percentage of Jews in Israel want them removed. And in fact, over 50% of Israeli Jews want Arabs to be forcibly taken out of the land. It's over 50%. And those are the Jews that are now in power, by the way, with Netanyahu as a right-wing party, and the far-right allies that he has with Itamar Ben-Gvir and Bezalel Smotrich, the finance minister. Like, they want all the Arabs and all non-Jews taken out of the land of Greater Israel. And the Jew that I debated openly said that that's what he wants as well. Dawa Trucker says, he was so funny when he got caught using a lifeline, calling Hashem, complaining. Maybe if his second lifeline was the DOJ and the last lifeline, Charlie Boy, who's burning in his grave. Yeah, he needed a lot of help in this debate. Yeah. Again, I want to just be fair to Jews because he wasn't a good representative of Jews. I've had respectful debates with Jews. Like Duvid, you might remember, I had a debate with Duvid. And the debate was so respectful with Duvid that I invited him for a longer form conversation on my channel. Because I think that we can have respectful conversations, especially with Duvid, who recognizes that there's a genocide happening and this is terrible. This is not what, according to him, is what Jews should be doing. So it's possible to have respectful conversations with Jews. Unfortunately, today wasn't an example of that. This Jew made even Shmuley look like a chaste monk. Yeah, I mean, the language was quite shocking. Black Agent says, I missed a super chat. Black Agent. I don't know what can you just copy paste what your super chat was so it comes up? I don't see it. Black Agent. Just copy paste it. You don't have to resubmit the super chat because I'm looking at the regular chat and I can see if you just repaste it. Black Agent. For some reason, it's not showing up. Maria in the chat says, Daniel, these Zionists do not represent us Jews. My mom is a Moroccan Jew, and she's like the biggest anti-Zionist ever. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I don't think that this guy is representative of all Jews. I think he's representative of most Jews. Like, let's be honest. Like, because if you poll Israeli Jews and you poll American Jews, the vast majority, over 80%, are in support of the genocide. So most Jews are like this Adam guy, but not all Jews are in favor of genocide. I still don't see Black Agent. So Black Agent said, Jews get vulgar when confronted. Yeah, apparently some of them do. Like, I was shocked by the level of vulgarity. Like, that's really unacceptable. But, as we know from hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, if you have no shame, do as you wish. As clearly someone who has no shame. Yeah, so we'll see what happens with this Charlie Kirk assassination. Might be possible that there's going to be a lot more censorship. Um, it's very likely that they're going to use this to crack down on anti-Israel speech or activism. Trump has already spent the first 8 months of his term, or almost 9 months of his second term, to serve this kind of Israeli Zionist agenda. He's cracked down on speech and activism in universities. He's cracked down when it comes to the social media platforms as well, like TikTok. Elon Musk has also gone on board with restricting speech, any kind of speech critical of Israel. There are more and more restrictions every day. So I imagine that things are going to accelerate. So who knows if we can have debates like this in the future. But the assassination, it was surprising. Like, I was very shocked that he was taken out like that. But clearly, it was some professional job. It's not really something that was like a random act of violence. It was a sniper shot to the throat from maybe 200 yards, top of a building. Like, how does a shooter get to that position on campus? Campus security must have been through the roof on that specific day, because it was a very contentious event. You have Charlie Kirk coming to campus. All of these people are coming to the event. Where was security? Like, it seems like there was minimal security, and someone can go, just walk in to campus, go through a building carrying a rifle bag, set up, and be able to take a shot like that, a clear shot. It's very suspicious facts surrounding this. So we'll see like how they use it, because I haven't checked the news in a few hours, obviously, because I was involved with this debate, but the shooter is still at large. And there's the FBI released a possible suspect, like, or the picture of a possible suspect, and they need help finding out where this person is. Seems kind of strange that it takes this long to even put out a picture. Like, that campus is full of cameras. Like, CCTV is monitoring every inch of that university campus, just like every university campus. And it takes you over 24 hours to put out an image of a potential suspect. Just an image, not footage, obviously. And it's a blurry image as well. So Jordan says, I think he was not a professional. Why do you say that? Hatham says in the super chat, Assalamu alaikum, my beloved brother Daniel. Wa alaikum assalam. There is a brother within my community who gives halaqas and is invited to events, but many sisters have come to me and my wife about how he flirts with them and sends disgusting DMs. That's not good. That's not good. So, I mean, have you seen these DMs? So if you've seen them, then maybe he should be asked. Maybe you should. I wouldn't like spread rumors, but if these are DMs, he should be asked like, "What's this DM that you sent?" And maybe confronted about that. Like, is this real or maybe it's fake? Maybe it's fake. Maybe they're trying to set him up. So what should I do? Yeah, just if the DMs are real, you can ask. You know, what is the? Don't assume. Don't make any assumption. Maybe the DMs are fake, but should be asked. Jordan says, not Homoville. Oh, because it can't be professional because it's Utah. What does that have to do with anything? Muslim Zealot says it's pretty ironic that a Jew pretending that Jews are not evil and control the world turns around and says he got deep connections at the DOJ and is going to get you investigated and deported. Yeah, I couldn't believe my ears. Like I've never been threatened like that in a debate. Like imagine getting curb stomped so bad in a debate that you have to threaten to deport your opponent. And I'm a US citizen. I was born and raised here, so I mean that's the kind of power that he claims to have. You can deporting an actual natural citizen, like a born citizen of the country. What else? Yeah, have you seen Netanyahu is already using Charlie Kirk's death to politicize it and attack anti-Israel critics? So they don't wait. Like that's what's so funny about Adam King, like these crocodile tears. He doesn't wait till Charlie Kirk is cold in the grave to start politicizing it and to start using it against Israel's opponents. Even do you see Rabbi Shmuley? Rabbi Shmuley was fundraising for himself. He's like, Charlie Kirk is dead. I'm in danger, so donate to my security fund. So they're not really beating any stereotypes. Can you see this? This is interesting. So this is the shooter, alleged suspect. They're asking to clear up the image. Anyone recognize this guy? I mean, this is an AI recreation, so it's not necessarily 100% accurate, but it's an interesting recreation. Is that Destiny? That looks like Destiny. Steve Bonelli.
Now,
See, this is what Ben Shapiro says.
it's still up to us. I saw a lot of rumors online today. I was made aware of this by my team that I canceled some sort of college tour. That's bullshit. I saw those rumors. They are false. I will be coming to college campuses, many of them this year. So will we all, I am sure, because we're Americans.
I wonder if Ben Shapiro's security is going to be a little bit different than Charlie Kirk's lack of security. I wonder how their security teams differ.
And we're not going to be deterred. Charlie's voice is not silent. We're going to pick up that bloodstained microphone where Charlie left it. And to those who would intimidate, who would seek to stop us, who would seek to end free discussion, who believe that they have ownership over public spaces and can violently threaten and kill people who speak freely, we are not going to stop. And I have two words.
I mean, look at the inversion. It's the Zionists who are shutting down free speech on college campuses. It's Zionists who are going to Donald Trump and saying that you need to cut funding to any universities that allow pro-Palestine demonstrations and protests. It's Donald Trump acting on behalf of the Zionists who's cutting funding to universities that allow professors to teach classes that are critical of Israel. Like, so the Adam Jew that I was debating, that's the tactic that they always use. They want to report you to the government so the government shuts it down. Like, and then you have Ben Shapiro pretending, oh, this is all about free speech. You can't shut us down. We're going to keep speaking. Who's trying to shut down Zionists? Everything that's being done to shut down speech is on the other side against the Palestinians, against the pro-Palestinians, against any critic of Israel. Those are the people that are getting shut down. Is Ben Shapiro advocating for free speech on campuses to criticize Israel? No, he's a proponent of shutting that all down. So look at the inversion that he has the audacity to invoke.
Fuck you.
Oh, wow. Oh, we're really scared. This is, again, like the same interesting pattern of behavior, like just using F-bombs, like, oh, you're so tough. You're so tough as you shut down speech on campuses. You're so tough as you run away from actually debating the pro-Palestinian side, and you want to deport them. You want to deport the pro-Palestinians, and you're weaponizing the DOJ and the DHS, Department of Homeland Security, to deport protesters against Israel. Yeah, you're so tough.
We will not stop telling the truth. We will never stop telling the truth. We will never stop debating and discussing. We will never stop standing up for what America is.
We will never stop shutting it down. We'll never stop making sure that you can't protest Israel. We'll never stop, bringing Palantir to monitor all of your tweets and all of your behavior, all of your financial transactions, so that we can surveil you and shut you down whenever we want on a personal, individual level, and then deport you. We'll never stop doing that.
And for what you should be. And we will never let Charlie Kirk's voice die. Goodbye to my friend, Charlie Kirk. May your memory be a blessing for your family and for your country and for all of us.
These crocodile tears. He doesn't care. As soon as if Charlie Kirk had said anything critical of Israel, like let's imagine for a second that Charlie Kirk wasn't a paid shill and he developed some kind of backbone. As soon as he would say something critical of Israel, Ben Shapiro would want him dead. Ben Shapiro, this Adam debater, like they would want him eliminated, just like me, just like any critic of Israel. As soon as you say a single word critical of Israel, not even necessarily like I don't think Israel should exist or free Palestine, just anything that is just slightly divergent from the Zionist script, then that means you should be eliminated. That means you are Amalek, and the Jews have a divine right to eliminate you, have a divine right to kill you. And this is something that Jews are open about. I shared some of these clips on X. We're gonna watch them. Like, did you see this clip?
You're a terrorist, and you're part of October 7th. We're coming after you. And we don't care if you're in Qatar, we don't care if you're in Lebanon, and it could be even if you're in England. We'll get you.
Doesn't matter where you are in the world, we're going to get you. If you're an enemy, if you're critical of Israel, you're an enemy, you're Amalek, we're going to come and get you. It doesn't matter. We're not constrained by, remember the Ben Gurion quote, that we're not constrained by any international arrangement. We're not limited by any type of international law. We are going to come and get you. This is their belief. Here's a rabbi who's saying it very clearly, and so that you make no mistake about their intentions and their strategies. Look at this guy. By saying that greater Israel is ours. Lebanon, Gaza, Syria, this is all ours. And whoever is going to oppose us, we're going to eliminate them. We're going to forcibly transfer them, kick them out, because all of this belongs to us. It's straight from their mouths. Like, how is there any denying it? And he says, like, I'm not ashamed. I'm going to boldly say it. You know, and this guy looks kind of like Adam. Like this, maybe this is Adam. I don't know. Or his brother. I don't know. Maybe he just has a longer beard. That's all. So these are the people that we're supposed to view as peaceful, tolerant, the most moral people, threatening to eliminate and ethnically cleanse. Millions have to be ethnically cleansed from Syria, Lebanon, the Sinai, Jordan. Okay, guys, so yeah, crazy news. Any final words in the chat? I mean, my prognostication is that there's going to be a lot more crackdown on anti-Israel speech, anything critical of Judaism or Jewish people. There's going to be more restrictions. People are going to get banned. You know, maybe we get banned off of YouTube. Allahu alam. But the problem is that the more restrictive that they get, the more people get angry and there's more outrage. and it becomes more obvious that there is a control system that prevents you from criticizing one country and one demographic. And the majority is not going to be happy about that. They're not happy about that currently. So you have a lot of animosity that is starting to boil over. And I'm not saying that what's going to happen is a good thing. Like if there's some kind of outrage or violence that breaks out, that's terrible. We don't want that kind of chaos. We don't want that kind of, whatever kind of violence that might erupt from that. But this is the kind of pattern that we see throughout history. It is a pattern that we see in like recent history within the past 100 years and even prior to that. And it always goes like a very specific way. It's a tragedy. It's very unfortunate. But unfortunately, when you have someone like Adam that I debated who's not willing to acknowledge this kind of immorality within his belief system, within his religion, who's not willing to take any kind of responsibility or accountability for genocide, and seems to boast and be proud of dominating others in the most violent and brutal way, literally justifying rape and murder, then how can people let that slide? Like, how can people just say, okay, throw their hands up? Okay, well, I guess that's how it is. I guess we just have to accept these new overlords over us who are constantly telling us how superior they are to us, and how if we don't fall in line, they're going to kill us with pager attacks. Like, he was literally threatening things like this, boasting about this in the debate. Like, there's like zero self-awareness. And that's very dangerous. It's something that is scary to not have any level of self-awareness like that. And the results could be quite significant and dangerous. We don't want that. We don't want that. That's why what I would have liked is for him to come on this stream. We have a respectful debate. And then he acknowledges, yeah, we have a lot of messed up stuff in our religion. Like, our rabbinic religion is disgusting and cannot be upheld by any serious person in the modern world or at any time in history. And I disavow it. That's what I was expecting, like a reasonable person to say. Like, I disavow these teachings. But he wasn't willing to disavow the most heinous teachings of his religion and the actions of his co-religionists. In fact, he was prideful about it. He was boasting about it. So this is a very dangerous attitude to have. And he's threatening to kill people. He's threatening to use terrorism. He's threatening to call authorities. He's cursing everyone who disagrees with him. This is not sustainable. That's the reality. So I hope, I pray that people like Adam will, and other Jews who have that kind of behavior or that attitude, will wake up, will see the light, will be brave enough to denounce the disgusting teachings within their religion, denounce their disgusting Torah, their corrupted Torah, their disgusting Talmud. I hope that they will, I pray that they will disavow their religion and accept Islam. That's my dream. That's my hope. And that they say free Palestine. That's what I hope to see. But unfortunately, that doesn't seem to be the direction that they want to go in. Okay, subhanallah. That is our time. It's about 2.5 hours. Again, thank you for watching the debate. Thank you for all of the super chatters. I'll also read you the top fans today. Dawa Trucker is number 1. Congrats, brother. Momatic is number 2. Top fan. And Samia H is number 3. BXZ882 is number 4. And Miss Yuna is number 5. Those are the top 5 super chatters. Thank you to all of the moderators as well. I appreciate you taking the time to moderate the chat. That is much appreciated. And be on the lookout for a debate. It's going to be more organized. It's going to be more respectful with Avery of God Logic. This is going to happen on Monday, inshallah, in just a few days. And it's going to be also moderated by James of Modern Day Debates, inshallah. So you'll enjoy that. And yeah, so thank you everyone for tuning in. And inshallah, we'll see you on the next debate, bi'idhnillah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.